Hello everyone and welcome back to Ruby Tarot. Thank you so much for always following and supporting the channel. The moment you come across this video is exactly the right time for you to receive its message. On this channel, I always bring you insights into what's about to unfold in your life. When you open your heart and trust in the positive, you're also aligning with a parallel reality where your wishes have already come true. Through today's tarot reading, I hope to help you unlock the potential of your future, support you on your journey toward love, and guide you in manifesting your heart's true desires. The theme of today's reading is, what will you achieve in the next 3 months? I've drawn 3 cards corresponding to Pile 1, Pile 2, and Pile 3. Take a moment to listen to your intuition and choose the card you feel most drawn to. Then, click the timestamp in the description box to jump to your reading. Now, let's begin the session with those of you who have made your choice. Hello, Pile 1. Thank you for waiting. Now, I'll begin the reading for those of you who chose Pile 1. I hope this reading brings you healing, fresh insights, and moments filled with love and warmth. Today's theme is, what will you achieve within the next 3 months? For those of you watching this at the time of its release, that time frame will take us up to around August, right when the powerful Lionsgate portal opens once again. This is a future prediction reading for you, leading into August. The very first thing that caught my attention, and something I find quite significant, is a card that stands out strongly. Card number 22, the Crossroad. This card represents a junction or a turning point, and it's the clearest message I see for Pile 1 over the next 3 months. It suggests that a major turning point will appear in your life during this period, a crucial crossroad where you'll be required to make an important decision to move forward. It will be a pivotal moment, one that will shape your path ahead. So this is a powerful sign, urging you to start reflecting seriously and mentally prepare yourself for the important choice that's coming. The message is clear. You'll be making a significant decision in the near future. And particularly noteworthy is the card that appears at the very end of the spread, the Clover. This card is lush green and beautiful, symbolizing luck and blessings. It suggests that no matter what situation you may currently be facing, things are going to improve. This is an incredibly fortunate and auspicious card to receive. The reading is already off to a wonderful start. Let's dive a little deeper into the details. One key point to note here is that within the next 3 months, more specifically even within the first month, you will likely experience a clear new beginning. This could be the start of a new job, the launch of a fresh project, or an opportunity to travel somewhere you've never been before. Additionally, you may encounter new people or unexpected events that bring a noticeable shift to your daily life. As for why all of this is happening, the reading includes the Fish card, a symbol of finances and abundance. This tells us that the upcoming surprises and new developments are directly tied to your financial luck. In other words, your financial situation is going to improve significantly. Positive changes related to money are on their way, and they will help you feel more prosperous and comfortable in your life. It seems that the most likely time frame for this event to take place is about 1 month from now. Of course, the timing may vary slightly from person to person, so allow yourself to sense it flexibly. Within these next 3 months, if you find yourself going on a trip, or even simply traveling a bit farther from home than usual, this will be a particularly significant time. Even if you don't travel far, but something unexpected happens, like meeting up with an old friend for the first time in years, as long as it's something out of the ordinary, that very event will become the key that activates your financial fortune. You might not even be fully aware of it. You may simply think you're going out for fun, but deep down, your intuition has already picked up on something. That action, that journey, that unexpected moment is exactly what will ignite and enhance your prosperity and abundance. The card here symbolizes wealth, generosity, abundance, and a strong financial foundation. So this trip, this unexpected encounter, is not just a simple moment. It is in fact a major turning point, helping you build a more stable base for your life, elevate your energetic frequency, and potentially even push you to a new, higher level. If you are genuinely planning to fly or travel to a distant place, this message becomes even more accurate. This is truly a key element highlighted in this reading, a focal point you should pay close attention to in the coming time. Once again, a card related to career has appeared. It can be said that within the next 3 months, one of the most prominent aspects you will experience, Pile 1, is significant progress, an extraordinary leap forward in your professional life. Not only will your relationships with others be smooth and supportive, but your career itself will enter a phase of clear advancement, even to the point where you may feel you're rising rapidly day by day. This career-related card not only symbolizes work, but also represents intelligence, sharp thinking, and the ability to seize opportunities. Notably, it is accompanied by the Moon card, which indicates that if you're active on social media, working in fields like communication, marketing, or customer engagement, you'll likely notice a dramatic surge in followers or clients. As for the specific timing, while it will naturally vary slightly for each person, I can clearly sense that around the end of the second month and the beginning of the third month for those watching this at the time of release, this corresponds to late June through the latter half of July, you'll begin to see this growth take shape. This will be the time when your audience, clientele, or support base grows rapidly and unexpectedly. Even in collaborative work or business dealings, you will receive many favorable outcomes. You may be introduced to and connected with new partners or clients who are incredibly promising and high quality. If you're considering changing jobs or looking for new career opportunities, this period could bring many attractive and valuable offers or invitations your way. Overall, this is a period when your talents, abilities, and true value will be recognized and will shine more powerfully than ever before. This is your golden moment to express yourself, to fully unleash your inherent potential, and to elevate your career to an entirely new level. And here's something even more intriguing. There's also a card in the spread associated with learning, personal development, and inner growth. This brings to mind a vivid and striking image, a celestial being, an angel, holding a glowing orb of moonlight, suddenly hurling it toward you as if to say, "Remember, this has always been within you." That moonlit sphere bursts open in your mind like a flash of awakening, and you find yourself exclaiming in wonder, "Oh my gosh, that's right. I used to be so good at this." This image feels incredibly alive and potent in my mind right now, and I truly sense that in the near future, you will experience a moment like that, a moment of awakening, of suddenly remembering or rediscovering a special talent or unique gift that you may have unknowingly set aside, or perhaps never fully considered your strength. But in truth, it's a core ability, something that has always lived inside you. It could be something you loved doing as a child, maybe drawing, writing, or some other creative pursuit you once cherished but haven't thought about in a long time. The message here is crystal clear and powerfully urgent. Remember it. Awaken that talent now. When you receive that sphere of memory, you will instantly feel captivated, drawn back into it with intense passion. In fact, you'll be so excited that you'll feel a deep desire to learn more, to dive even further into this field. You might start enrolling in classes, attending workshops, reading books or related materials. Some of you may even begin writing, creating new works inspired by this powerful wave of inspiration that has just been reawakened. This will be an incredibly fascinating and passionate period, one where you truly rediscover a deeply valuable part of yourself. I sense that some of you may go on to publish a book, or perhaps you're already in the process of doing so. I say this because the Destiny card has appeared, and it carries a dual meaning. Not only destiny, but also a sense of significant pressure or profound responsibility. Alongside it is a card representing communication and connection, suggesting that you will sign a fated agreement or form a meaningful contract, either symbolically with the universe or quite literally with the publisher. Communication is strongly emphasized here, and this doesn't necessarily mean you have to reach the entire globe in the literal sense, as in becoming globally famous like Michael Jackson, because clearly, not everyone will attain that level of prominence. However, I see that your world here, even if it's simply the world around you, the people you interact with, those within your sphere of influence, is actually quite a large and substantial community. Some of you might feel pressured or a little intimidated by this, but I must affirm that you are going to have more and more opportunities to communicate, to engage, and to form broader and more meaningful connections with others. The 4 cards that have appeared here are incredibly significant, especially the presence of birds, a powerful symbol of expansion, communication, and social connection. This acts as a clear message that your network of interaction and engagement with others is going to broaden substantially. Regarding the contract I mentioned earlier, while it could be a symbolic covenant with the universe, I strongly feel that it might also be a publishing agreement, something tied to the knowledge, skills, or wisdom you've gained and accumulated over time. You may find yourself using your talent for writing or your ability to convey ideas to create a book, to publish a piece of work uniquely your own, and to share what you know with a much wider audience. Of course, I understand that if 1,000 people are watching this reading, not all 1,000 will end up publishing a book. So this message should be interpreted in various ways. However, my intuition tells me that this isn't just a message for a few select individuals. Rather, quite a number of you are genuinely on the verge of stepping into this path. I feel clearly that many of you are standing right in front of that opportunity. The Road card appears here with striking clarity, and I strongly sense that many of you will make a bold decision, one that goes beyond simply juggling a main job and a side hustle. It feels like you're about to fully step onto a new path, one that requires courage and conviction. I understand this may stir feelings of uncertainty or fear, but truthfully, this decision is set to bring about incredibly positive outcomes for you. The appearance of the Bird's card, paired with the Snake card, clearly signals not only financial growth, but also a powerful expansion in your social connections. These cards represent both wealth and talent, suggesting that this development will bring in a substantial income, perhaps even to the point where it may spark envy or jealousy from those around you. The expansion of your social circle and the deepening of your connections with others is emphasized very clearly here. What's most important, though, is that these relationships will bring you genuine joy and fulfillment. It's not the kind of superficial joy that comes from trying to fit into glamorous circles, like forcing friendships with celebrities or people in the entertainment industry just for the sake of appearance. And while it's possible that some of you will indeed find yourselves interacting with public figures or artists, the deeper message I feel very strongly is this. You are stepping onto a path you truly love, a life you've long yearned for at the core of your being. Cards 2, 22, and 3, along with the Ship and the Road, strongly affirm that you are on the right path, moving steadily toward the place your heart has always longed for. This is the moment where you will bravely step into a new challenge, onto the path you truly desire to walk, and this journey is certain to bring you deeply rewarding and fulfilling results. There is only one gentle reminder I want to offer. As you begin to achieve more and more, your success will naturally draw attention, and with it may come moments of envy or rivalry from others. But that is merely a minor detail, because what truly matters is that you are walking confidently toward the life you have always dreamed of, the life your soul has longed to live. Right now, self-publishing through platforms like Amazon has become more accessible than ever, and I have a strong feeling that this is a major opportunity, one filled with enormous potential for powerful growth. That's why it's especially important for you to pay attention to communication, connection, and interaction with those around you. In the days ahead, these relationships and conversations will become more joyful, engaging, and filled with new opportunities. This is something I feel with great clarity in this reading. There's another important point here that deserves deeper exploration, and now I'll take a closer look at it. We have the presence of several key cards: the Road, the Ship, the Birds, and the Snake. Within the next 3 months, it's highly likely that you'll embark on a unique adventure, or at the very least, face a challenge that requires you to summon real courage to take the next step. This could be a grand, life-changing journey, or it might simply be a personal turning point that holds deep meaning for you alone. But above all, this will mark a transformative and decisive shift, one where you may completely pivot away from what you're currently doing and challenge yourself to explore a new field, enter an unfamiliar profession, or step into a world that feels entirely foreign to you. At this moment, you'll feel as if you're standing at a major crossroads, faced with multiple new options and paths you've never considered before. Naturally, you'll question whether you'll be okay if you choose this new direction, whether success is truly possible, and if you have the strength to handle the trials ahead. Some of you may even make the bold decision to fully let go of your current work or path in order to commit to an entirely new direction. This is truly a period of profound significance in your life. It marks a powerful and pivotal transition, one that opens the door to an entirely new chapter in your journey. Though you may attract envy, you are someone who possesses the ability to transform that jealousy into a source of positive energy for yourself. The appearance of the Star card, along with the Whip, Wisdom, and Dog, clearly illustrates this. The overall feeling I get is that you are not someone who easily loses faith in people. Of course, if you've experienced hurt or mistreatment in the past, I want to acknowledge and honor that. But at your core, at the very essence of who you are born with something deeply pure, upright, transparent, and genuinely beautiful. I'm not sure what word can perfectly capture it, but it's fair to say you are good-hearted in the truest sense, not just kind or gentle, but deeply and inherently good. You carry a quality within you that allows others to feel your sincerity and kindness in a very real way. You have a clean, untainted soul, free from schemes or manipulation. And because of that, you're not easily swayed by doubt or negative assumptions about others. You've probably heard the saying that those who often suspect others of cheating are usually the ones most likely to betray. Because such thoughts already exist within them, they assume others must think and act the same way. They project their own mindset onto the world. but you are different. You don't carry that kind of energy within you, so you don't judge or doubt others excessively. At your core, you are pure, upright, and kind-hearted. The Fox card also appears in this reading, highlighting your intelligence and sharp instincts. Even when faced with waves of jealousy, scrutiny, or unwanted attention from others, you possess the clarity of mind to remain grounded. You know how to handle these situations with calm and grace, as if to say gently, I see, and move on, unshaken and unaffected. In any case, the experiences of being gossiped about, envied, or compared to others are all part of the energy needed to turn your dreams into reality and help you grow. It's precisely because you've felt the sting of jealousy that you've been able to look deeply within yourself, to listen to your true inner voice, and learn how to trust yourself. And once you begin to trust yourself, you also start to learn how to trust others. Even those who once envied you, you'll come to see them not with resentment, but with understanding, recognizing that they're simply trying to find their own way to happiness. All of these experiences are intricately connected, as if they've been guiding you toward the card of faith. It's clear to me that you are someone with a remarkably mature and grounded character. I have to say, I'm genuinely impressed. You truly are a wonderful soul. Because of this, you may no longer be so concerned with envy or ill will from others, or, at the very least, you're learning to release it. I get the strong sense that you're someone with a broad perspective, someone who holds faith in humanity and carries a deep, personal sense of philosophy. Perhaps you are a thinker, someone who reflects deeply on life, who holds your own ideals, beliefs, or even your own philosophical worldview. I still feel very clearly that you are an incredibly intelligent person. Whether or not you're currently facing a decision about choosing a new path, that doesn't necessarily mean you're required to change. But the very act of reflecting, of daring to reevaluate your journey, already shows that you possess a depth of wisdom and the ability to make thoughtful, sound decisions. I sense that you are about to undergo a powerful shift in consciousness, one that doesn't necessarily involve changes in your actions or external circumstances, but rather a deep internal transformation in the way you perceive things. And this inner shift is profoundly connected to your work and career. One thing that's highlighted with great clarity here is this. You are someone who constantly gives gifts to others, intangible gifts from the heart, gifts born of kindness, of the value you radiate into the world. It's possible that you're already doing this through your current work, a role that allows you to offer something meaningful to others. There's one more point I want to highlight, something that's been drawing my attention quite strongly, and that's your love life. I sense that the energy surrounding your romantic sphere is radiating intensely right now, so I'd like to explore this area a bit more deeply. It feels like the two of you are incredibly close. The distance between your souls is minimal, as if you're just one step away from truly reaching each other. Especially when I look at the sequence of cards, 12,112, it gives me a strong impression that this person may be planning to confess their feelings, or at the very least, wants to invite you out to spend more time together and strengthen the bond. I know that might sound overly simple, but the feeling is unmistakably clear. You might already be close friends or share a uniquely intimate connection. But what I feel here goes beyond ordinary closeness. This is a deep and soulful bond, a connection marked by sincerity and emotional purity. A card symbolizing pure love appears in this spread, revealing that this person's feelings for you are not only genuine, but also filled with deep respect and tenderness. However, it's also important to mention that this card carries an element of physical attraction. There's a layer of sensuality and desire present alongside the emotional connection. There is real chemistry between the two of you. And when I saw the house card, it immediately made me think that this person is likely very serious about you. They seem to genuinely want to take things further, to build something lasting and meaningful together. To summarize, one of the clearest possibilities here is that this person truly has strong feelings for you. It's not just a fleeting affection, it's a deep, pure emotion that may have been quietly growing inside them for quite some time. At this moment, whoever this person is, they are in love with you. Whether the two of you are already in a romantic relationship, still in the early stages of connection, or even in a same-sex partnership, the energy remains the same. Their feelings for you are powerful and sincere. And what's especially significant is this: they are trying to communicate something to you. It's very clear. There's something heartfelt and genuine they are yearning to express. I found myself wondering, does this mean something special? That curiosity led me to pull one more card for clarity. Perhaps this person wants to say thank you or express some form of gratitude. I briefly thought of the Lily card, though I couldn't quite remember if it symbolized gratitude, but then I felt it strongly. Yes, that's exactly it. It feels as though what they want to express is something very sincere, very real, and they're eager to say it. Maybe not right this moment, but there's a strong possibility that within the next month, something will happen, a gesture, a conversation, a moment of truth. The energy coming from this person is so genuine, so urgent, that I feel it could very well be a confession of love. I drew one more card to understand more precisely what it is they're trying to communicate, and the card that came up was the Four of Cups in reverse. This makes me think they may want to tell you that they've truly moved on from a past love, or that they're releasing old wounds and finally healing. This person may be someone who has a rather introspective or quiet nature, someone thoughtful, perhaps even carrying a bit of melancholy. They might be deeply emotional but not always skilled at expressing those emotions outwardly. They could be an introvert or someone who tends to be influenced by their inner world and darker moods, perhaps even to the point that you've sometimes found yourself wondering, what are they really thinking? This person may come across to you as mysterious, hard to read. At times, it might feel as though you just can't quite grasp what they're truly thinking. It's not that they lack emotion. In fact, they feel things deeply. It's just that they struggle to express those emotions clearly. On the outside, they may appear calm or quiet, but within, there's so much they wish they could say. They simply don't know how to begin. It feels as though they're clumsy when it comes to showing affection, not because they don't care, but because they don't know how to express it. If this doesn't resonate with your situation, feel free to set it aside. It may only apply to a smaller portion of you. But if it does, then I want you to know, this person truly wants to share something important with you. It might be a message of gratitude. It might be words of love, or both. But whatever it is, it's coming straight from the depths of their heart. The energy surrounding them is very clear. I want to be with you as soon as I can. I want to bring you joy. I want to send this message to you. The message card has appeared, alongside a card representing sincere love, and I can't help but feel this is pointing toward a confession of love drawing near. Honestly, it feels like within the next 2 months, there's a strong possibility you'll receive this confession. I have a strong sense that the questions and uncertainties you've been carrying, especially in matters of the heart, are about to start clearing up from this point forward. Within the next month, they will likely take a clear and deliberate step toward you, something that helps you see things more clearly and brings a sense of peace to your heart. However, there is another possibility that needs to be addressed. Because a few of the cards carry a distinctly physical energy, I feel I must say this, even though it's a sensitive topic. Is there a chance that this person is approaching you purely for sexual reasons? I'm sorry if that question feels uncomfortable, but sometimes we need to be honest and look at the true nature of a relationship clearly. For example, if someone only reaches out to you late at night with messages like, "Hey, can we meet up tonight?" then that is a clear red flag, and you must not enter into that kind of relationship. I say this from the heart. Stay away from people like that. They are not worthy of you. As I was about to draw cards to see if there was anything concerning, one card flew out of the deck on its own, a sign that the universe wants to deliver a warning. While the overall energy didn't feel harmful, I still wanted to be certain, so I continued with the reading. The cards that appeared were the Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. With the Queen of Swords, I see clearly that you are highly intelligent, analytical, composed, and perfectly capable of seeing through vague or unclear situations. The reversed Two of Pentacles, on the other hand, suggests that this person may be feeling quite unsettled or imbalanced in their actions or emotions, sometimes showing enthusiasm, other times acting distant or ambiguous, which can easily leave you feeling confused. However, based on the overall energy, I feel that you are still safe. There is nothing malicious or hidden here. You simply need to maintain the clarity and discernment of the Queen of Swords. Don't let yourself be swept away blindly by emotion. If you can stay grounded in that awareness, then there's nothing to worry about. You're already doing an excellent job of keeping things under control. It seems that this person may have gone through some personal challenges that left their emotional world a bit unstable. They may have acted or spoken in ways that were puzzling to you. But right now, things are beginning to settle down. They're regaining their sense of balance and clarity in making decisions and judgments. It feels like they're starting to see everything more clearly, and because of that, they're preparing to communicate something to you in a direct and transparent way. Since many people are tuning into this reading, I understand that not everyone may be dealing with someone who is kind or trustworthy. So, what if someone is trying to approach you with less than serious intentions? Someone who simply finds you attractive and thinks, if I get the chance, why not just try it once? Even though that's clearly not a respectful reason, I still have a strong feeling that once this person actually interacts with you, they will genuinely be drawn to you and possibly even fall in love. I know it might sound far-fetched, as if love could stem from an impure motive, but this is the honest impression I'm getting from the reading. Even if their initial intentions weren't entirely sincere, once they come into contact with your energy, something within them begins to shift. It's as though they won't be able to maintain a superficial attitude, because your presence will draw them in on a much deeper level. The reason I feel this so clearly is because of the cards that came afterward. When I pulled more to clarify, the Heart card appeared, often associated with genuine love, and above it was a card that strongly signifies closure or finality, like a clear declaration or a turning point. Alongside that was either the House or the Mice card, both of which point toward the gradual formation of something serious in this connection. This person, though they may have once been lost or unclear about their intentions, is now gradually becoming more serious and seems to be seeking something more stable with you. It feels like they may want to put an end to ambiguity and choose a clearer, more defined path in the connection between the two of you. If I may, I'd like to ask again, this time with a little more seriousness. For those of you who aren't focused on love at the moment, feel free to skip this part. But to me, there's something particularly special here, and I sincerely want to ask, is this person truly okay? If you continue this relationship with them, is there any risk of something painful or harmful happening? Is there potential for serious emotional damage? When I pulled the cards, the Letter card appeared, indicating that nothing feels overly negative here. The Letter is a card of communication, of messages, and carries a gentle tone. Following that was the Road card, representing direction, choice, and the path forward. And then came the Couple card, which gives me the strong impression that this is indeed about a real relationship, or, at the very least, a genuine connection between two people who care for each other. These cards together suggest that this connection has the potential to develop with clarity and honesty, and while no relationship is ever without risk, there is nothing here to suggest deep harm, only the importance of clear communication and intentional choice. It's also possible that among those watching this reading, someone may be facing the decision of whether or not to end a relationship. And in that case, I feel very clearly that the other person still wants to reconcile, they still want to hold on, they still love you, and they don't want it to end. The energy coming through is strong and heartfelt. I don't want to lose you. I don't see anything deeply troubling here. The Heart card appears nearby, though there is a slight presence of the Clouds card, suggesting a bit of uncertainty or emotional fog. Still, the overall message is that if both people approach the situation seriously and with sincerity, things can work out. I drew additional cards to ask if there was anything to be concerned about, and the answer was, as long as both partners genuinely value honest, heartfelt love, nothing truly damaging will occur. The Lily card appeared, a symbol of purity and sincerity, and what stood out to me was that it came up instead of the Heart card. This made me feel that many of you in this group may already be in, or have been in, stable relationships. And within those relationships, the focus is no longer on impulsive sweetness or intense infatuation, but on trust, mutual respect, loyalty, and tenderness. That is the foundation the two of you are now building together. I also sense that this person, your counterpart, is someone who expresses love in very tangible ways. They don't just speak it, they want to prove it through their actions. Because at the end of the day, words alone don't mean much without something real behind them. And I truly believe this person will follow through. They will show you what they feel, not only through what they say, but through what they do for you. What's very clear to me is that this person seems to be moving toward you quickly, as if they're rushing to make sure they don't miss the chance to be part of your life. The 5th card evokes an image of two people living together, perhaps moving in with one another or establishing some kind of lasting bond. The overall reading repeatedly emphasizes that the two of you will come together in a way that is clear, beautiful, and true. Everything will eventually fall into place in a direction that brings both of you peace and a sense of wholeness. And if you haven't met this person yet, I see a very strong likelihood that you will within the next month. The opportunity for this encounter is incredibly clear and vibrant in the energy right now. This person appears to be financially stable, or at the very least, has achieved a certain level of success in their career. They are also highly skilled in communication, socially adept, and maintain a wide network of connections. In addition, they are someone who takes decisive action. There's no hesitation or ambiguity with them. When it comes to expressing love, they will do so clearly, both in words and through meaningful actions. They will seriously and sincerely express their love for you. With all of that in mind, I truly feel that this person is someone very special, someone who is genuinely good and deeply worthy of appreciation. Even if the two of you have only just met or are in the early stages of connection, all signs point toward this being a very promising new beginning. The cards reflect both financial stability and the energy of a positive start, which makes me feel that there's a strong likelihood the two of you will go on to build a home together or form a serious, long-term relationship, perhaps even marriage or a committed partnership. Even in the unlikely event that this person turns out not to be entirely good-hearted, this is purely hypothetical. Of course, they would still bring a significant turning point into your life. They may represent a fresh, positive beginning, and could even play a role in improving your financial situation. This person feels like a bridge, not only in matters of love, but also in luck and personal growth. It's possible that the two of you are not just lovers, but also deeply compatible friends. The harmony and natural connection between you is undeniable, and I truly believe this is a bond with strong long-term potential. Let me draw one final card regarding love, as it feels like there's one more message that needs to come through, especially something relevant to this year. The card that came out carries the energy of healing within the family, a message related to familial issues. Combined with the previous cards that repeatedly featured the symbol of a house, this only reinforces the sense that this is a relationship with the potential to lead to shared living and, ultimately, to building a real home together. Perhaps you're wondering, is this person the one, your destined partner? If so, I want to clarify that this reading is not meant to confirm a fated or soulmate connection. I would state that clearly if it were the case. Right now, I'm simply reading based on the present energy as it stands. What the cards do show very clearly is that this person is someone with whom you'll share life, grow, and evolve, especially through lessons related to family, responsibility, and sincere love. If both of you truly value a serious relationship and are committed to building something long-term together, then this is a connection that has the power to heal old wounds, particularly those tied to home, family, and emotional security. I strongly sense the potential for the two of you to move in together, perhaps even in the near future. From a relationship perspective, this is a connection that can help you mature, deepen emotionally, and overcome inner barriers. You might be someone who is used to living independently, someone who treasures your personal space, but through sharing your life with this person, you'll learn how to express your feelings more openly, how to communicate your true self, how to set healthy boundaries, and how to embrace commitment with clarity and trust. It's possible that one of you, or even both, hasn't always been good at ending things clearly or decisively. But this relationship will teach you the importance of closure, of defining a relationship with clarity, of expressing your emotions honestly, and of committing fully to step into the role of building a shared life together. Lately, I've been noticing cards related to marriage and long-term union appearing quite frequently, which suggests that many of you may be entering a phase where a serious, lasting relationship is on the horizon. This connection isn't just about short-term romance. It points toward genuine companionship, the kind that could lead to becoming life partners. This reading confirms that clearly. And the interesting, or perhaps surprising, thing is that all of this has the potential to unfold within the next 3 months, before summer arrives. Everything seems to be happening quickly, with remarkable clarity, as if fate itself is urging you to step into an entirely new chapter. The messages from the cards also emphasize the urgency and momentum of this energy. When I looked at the Sun card, I noticed the Cloud card appeared beside it, bringing with it a slightly shadowed tone. But this isn't something to be overly worried about because here, the darkness seems to point more toward inner anxieties, possibly related to children or unresolved childhood wounds. It may reflect concerns about whether you can conceive, whether having children is possible for you, or perhaps worries surrounding your existing child, such as feeling that they're going through something difficult, or noticing that something about their experience isn't aligning with what you had hoped. However, these concerns are clearly being guided toward healing. The Sun, a card of light, life, and hope, sits right next to the clouds, which means that light will shine into these darker places. If you're carrying the pain of your inner child, unhealed memories from your own early years, then this, too, is what's being illuminated and gradually healed during this period. In short, whether your fears are about children or about your own internal wounds, everything will eventually be okay. Just remember this. Even in moments of uncertainty, there is nothing to fear. Hold on to that truth and let it guide you forward. Now I'm shifting focus to the area of career. The powerful cards in this spread reveal a major highlight here. The Tower card has appeared, but this time, it doesn't represent isolation or a crisis. Instead, it stands as a symbol of opportunity, of beneficial contracts and agreements. The message is very clear. You're going to receive a good offer, a favorable and well-defined opportunity in your work life. Truly, the career area in this reading is shining brightly, almost like a distinct signal that if you've been waiting for a breakthrough in your professional path, it's approaching more quickly than you realize. To put it simply, love is flourishing, career is showing highly promising growth, and any inner wounds or family-related worries will be gradually healed by the light that is coming your way. This is a time when you are ready to receive all the good things life has to offer, as long as you are open and willing to step forward. This part of the reading truly radiates. It's not that only this area is good. Rather, the entire reading is beautiful, but this particular section is emitting a very special, powerful glow. I just received a very clear message. It's time for you to receive. The universe is preparing to bless you with something wonderful, and you are being encouraged to use these gifts wisely and thoughtfully. The gifts mentioned here are not limited to money. They also include opportunities, new doorways, and the very things you've been wishing for, now drawing closer to you. Alongside them is the Tower card. In the Lenormand system, this card doesn't carry the negative connotations it might in tarot. Instead, it represents institutions, regulations, academies, companies, essentially any structured and official systems. This suggests a very strong possibility that within the next month, you'll begin something with a clear organizational or legal framework. It could be the founding of a company, the creation of a community group, or registering as a self-employed business. These are incredibly significant and valuable steps forward. All the signs indicate that you already possess a strong foundation in both finances and career capability. You may even have a natural talent for generating income or building a professional path. The contract card has also appeared, signaling that you're about to enter into or sign a new commitment related to your career. And this is closely tied to activating your personal gifts and stepping more fully into who you truly are. It feels like a soul-level agreement, a declaration that you are ready to live in alignment with your own power and your true purpose. Even more beautifully, the Star card has appeared, a symbol of dreams coming true. This means that within the next 3 months, especially around the end of the first month, a remarkable door will open for you in the area of career and finances. If you've been holding a wish related to your professional path, your work, or your financial stability, trust that it is on its way to becoming real. The cards here affirm with certainty that this wish is already in motion, heading toward you. And it will arrive faster than you think. Then the image of a tall tower emerged. This signals that you're about to be presented with a major opportunity, an authentic challenge of great magnitude. But the message that comes through again and again is this: do not be afraid. Don't panic. Don't shrink back because of the scale of what lies ahead. Don't let the size of the opportunity intimidate you into stepping away. This message is being repeated with powerful intensity, as if the universe is gently whispering in your ear, over and over. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Of course, what feels overwhelming to one person may be entirely different for another. For example, starting a personal business might be a huge challenge for someone. And you, too, might be wondering, can I really do this? But don't let fear hold you back. Even I was afraid once, but I did it. And you will, too. Once again, the message is crystal clear. Don't be afraid. Financially, everything looks very promising. The Fish and the Sun cards have both appeared. These are two of the most fortunate cards when it comes to money, wealth, growth, and abundance. The Fish symbolizes cash flow, prosperity, and financial expansion. The Sun needs little explanation. It is the card of success, radiance, and divine blessing. Additionally, the Fish also carries the energy of adventure, meaning that by taking a leap into a new field, a fresh project, or a bold challenge, you are likely to unlock a path to true prosperity. Everything in this reading is encouraging you. Keep moving forward, keep walking your path. And finally, the most important message of all is that you must learn to bless yourself. Recognize that you are the victor in your own life. This victory isn't about competition or dominance in a masculine, high-stakes world. It's about living in alignment with what you truly desire, doing what you love, and being happy in your own way. Another message just came through with striking clarity. Believe that you are lucky. Trust in your own fortune, because you already carry a natural energy of good luck. But now, it's time to recognize that even more deeply, to fully embrace the truth that you are someone who is blessed. When you truly believe that, the flow of abundance and financial prosperity around you will expand and flourish even more. There's one more detail that stood out to me. The heart card appears right in the middle of several heavy energy cards, such as pressure, destiny, honest words, growth, and health. This serves as a powerful reminder. No matter how hard you're working, no matter how committed and relentless you are in your pursuit of growth, don't forget your own joy. Don't forget the things that make your heart feel alive. Don't lose sight of what brings you happiness. I get the strong sense that you are someone who takes life seriously, not just in your work, but in the way you live and grow as a person. The current energy suggests that you're accelerating rapidly, stepping into bigger challenges, and experiencing a more intense and demanding workload. However, amid all of this momentum, it's crucial that you still make space to connect with joy, lightness, and the things that genuinely make you happy. And if, at the moment, you're not working, perhaps you're taking a break or in a transitional phase, this does not mean you are any less capable or worthy. Even if you're currently on pause professionally, the cards still indicate a very positive movement. The number 22 appears here, a powerful number carrying the energy of new pathways and direction setting. It suggests that you may soon begin again, but in an entirely different way. Not by forcing yourself into old frameworks, but by choosing a form of work that aligns more truly with who you are. For those who are currently working very hard, the message may be to slow down a little, focus on the quality of your life, and move toward a sense of richness and ease. On the other hand, those who are taking a break from work may begin to feel the motivation to start something new, to explore a different path, or to step into a field they never previously considered. What's remarkable here is how powerful the career energy is right now. The cards are practically urging you, show your talent. Live in alignment with what you do best. And this doesn't have to be a traditional office job or something grand. It only needs to be something that makes you feel useful, something that lets you live true to your nature. Even more, financial energy is glowing with blessing and support. So if you're currently not working, or feel like you're no longer able to work, or you lack the energy for it, that's perfectly okay. You will start again. And the most important thing is, that new work doesn't need to look like what you've done in the past. It can be completely different, gentler, more aligned with who you truly are. And that is precisely the path that will feel right, at the right time, with the right energy. Just be yourself. Truly. Live and work in a way that is uniquely yours, true to your nature. Try putting in the effort. Try throwing yourself into something in your own style, because you are destined for dazzling success. Not just modest success, but extraordinary, resounding success. And to reach that, you'll likely work hard, give it your all. So the card also wants to gently remind you of something essential. Don't forget your joy and delight along the way. Remember to take care of your heart, to cherish your feelings and your personal happiness, because that is truly important throughout this journey. And overall, if you're wondering how to enhance your fortune during this time, the answer is clear. Accept the challenge. It's true that the word challenge often brings discomfort. It's natural to hesitate when someone tells you to step up to a challenge. But this time, it's different. This is the kind of challenge worth facing, worth experiencing. Over the next 3 months, any risk you take holds value. It's worth investing your time and energy in. And there's a deeply meaningful message that just came through. Believe in your destiny. But not in the sense of being bound by fate, or having to chase down a soulmate or a twin flame, like people often say. That's not the point. You don't need to tie yourself to those labels. What the card is really saying is, trust the flow of life. Believe that the universe is guiding you in the right direction, and that right now, in this very moment, you are in an incredibly powerful state. You have luck on your side, you have talent, you have magnetism. Everything is aligning beautifully, so trust in that flow. That's what it means to believe in destiny in this context. And then, many gifts will be given to you, wonderful blessings from life itself. This is the time when you'll begin to realize just how lucky you truly are. You'll feel it in your heart. Ah, I really am blessed. And when you fully embrace that truth, when you open your heart and are ready to receive, the energy of good fortune will come rushing in like a waterfall. It's the kind of moment where you find yourself standing with arms wide open under the sky, saying, "Universe, I'm ready. Let it all come." And you'll enter that state, naturally, effortlessly, and magnetically. And it's truly beautiful because those gifts are coming your way. It will feel like a time of reward, a chapter of your life where the universe is giving back to you in full measure. This rewarding phase is likely to unfold around the second month, which is about 2 months after you begin this journey. From that point on, it seems everything will start to shift dramatically. And yes, I also get the sense that you may need to visit a government office or a similar institution, perhaps a school or an environment connected to education and training. You might take on the role of a guide, a teacher. Or perhaps you'll be the one setting a new rule, contributing to a system, because the imagery of the card of salvation also appears here, suggesting that you'll have the capacity to help and support others in meaningful and positive ways. There may also be an element related to language or communication, as the imagery here evokes the Tower of Babel, where people spoke different languages. This brings up the idea that you could play the role of a bridge or communicator between different worlds, or among people who normally find it difficult to connect with one another. In addition, there's a possibility that you'll work in a large organization, taking on an influential role where you'll have the chance to fully express your magnetism and inner qualities. And when we talk about expressing your personal magnetism, don't misunderstand it as implying that you're currently lacking or not good enough. That's not the message. What it truly means is, be bold in showing the fullness of who you are. Bring everything you hold inside out into the open. Let there be a real output, a full, authentic expression of your true self. That's what is being emphasized here. And don't give up halfway. Because if you can do that, within the next 3 months, your life could completely transform, becoming more beautiful than ever before. The universe is encouraging you to try letting yourself flow with life just once, to allow yourself to take that step forward, and then you'll witness something truly miraculous unfold. Honestly, there's not much more that needs to be said. The energy from the cards shows that everything is already in a good place. It seems like there's really nothing you need to worry about. It's as if everything you need to know, you already know. The universe simply whispers, everything will be fine. You've already understood, so no further explanation is needed. More than that, you've made the right choice. You've chosen your path with courage and clarity. And this message also carries the energy of a vacation. That means travel, movement, or simply stepping away from your current environment, even just a little, will bring you incredibly uplifting energy. If possible, try to make this happen within the next month. Of course, I understand that some people may not be able to do that easily for many reasons, perhaps because of time constraints, financial concerns, having young children, or family responsibilities. And if you're in that group, that's perfectly okay. You can still achieve the same effect in much simpler ways. For example, you can open YouTube and watch videos of distant lands, or simply take a slightly longer walk than usual, explore a new street, or visit a different park. As long as you step out of your usual environment, move beyond the energy you're accustomed to, that alone is enough to create a meaningful shift. Movement, in any form or scale, is incredibly beneficial during this period. Now, coming back to the main theme, especially regarding finances and events connected to gatherings or communities, I can sense very clearly that you are about to receive special blessings in these areas. And if you're watching this reading during the time of the Lionsgate portal, then it's even more aligned. This reading is designed to carry energy that extends over the next 3 months, and that time frame coincides with the powerful gateway period of Lionsgate. I can feel so strongly that you will be reborn before this period comes to a close. Not just a simple change, but a true metamorphosis, a complete rebirth. And you will come to realize there is nothing you need to fear. The things you once worried about will begin to feel small. Someone will say to you, it's okay. Let me show you. And I have the sense that this message may come from an ancestor, a protective spirit, or a guiding soul that has always been watching over you. That energy is showing up very clearly. Finally, when it comes to life and human connection, I see a growing warmth within you. As your soul becomes more abundant, as your heart fills up, trust, kindness, and gentleness will begin to flow naturally from you. You may come to realize, I've become someone soft and deeply compassionate. Perhaps that is what happens when we truly grow, we soften, we understand more. And you are entering such a phase. Even if you haven't fully noticed it yet, it is already quietly unfolding within you. It's not that I'm saying you're getting old or anything like that. What I mean is, people, as we live more, as we go through more experiences, we naturally become gentler. When we're young, we often express our ego more strongly, speak from a place of self-centeredness, not out of malice, but simply because we're still pure and haven't yet learned how to put ourselves in others' shoes. But over time, layers of kindness and gentleness begin to form. And in your case, that gentleness seems to be becoming a true gift, a gift that draws people in, a gift that makes others love and feel drawn to you. In fact, that kindness appears to be directly connected to your fortune, to the stream of abundance that's beginning to flow your way. The lily card appeared next to the card that represents you, and that really caught my attention. Lily is a symbol of sincerity, of maturity, and virtue. And just as it suggests, the message here emphasizes that you should continue living with honesty, seriousness, and simplicity. It might not sound glamorous or dramatic, but it's precisely that quiet perseverance and sincerity that make you truly magnetic. It's this energy that will attract the right people to you, those who genuinely value you, those who are worthy of walking alongside you. And there's a gentle reminder, a soft caution, because alongside the blessing card appears the clouds card. This image speaks of inner confusion or emotional turbulence. So, if there is one piece of advice for you during this period, it is this. Don't be afraid of happiness. Don't worry about feeling too fulfilled. Don't feel guilty for receiving so much. Whether it's money, material comfort, love, or opportunity, receive it all with the worthiness you carry. You don't need to feel guilty. You don't need to be anxious. You don't need to put pressure on yourself just because your life is becoming full, perhaps even exceeding expectations, because you are entirely deserving of it. The clouds card facing the gift card serves almost like a test. Can you dare to believe that you deserve all of this? Can you dare to believe that a life overflowing with luck and love is real? This reading shows that within the next 3 months, you will break through those internal barriers. You will learn how to live in a new reality, where abundance no longer frightens you, but becomes something you can believe in, receive with open arms, and sustain with confidence. So, there's no need for you to worry too much. There's no need to dwell on small fears anymore. Just trust that every beautiful thing coming your way is arriving at the right time, from the right source, and is entirely deserved. Now, let's move into the final message. Just as I sensed from the beginning lately, many readings have been featuring perfect scorecards, the kind that signal a major turning point or something completely beyond your expectations. And it seems like you are one of those people. It's the kind of scenario where you'll find yourself genuinely surprised, thinking, wait, really? Is this actually happening? For instance, let's say you're currently without a stable job, on a break, or even feeling lost, and suddenly an opportunity appears, something like, work just 2 days a week, 8 hours a day, and earn 50 million? What? Is that even real? That kind of thing. A job, a lifestyle, a love that you once thought could only exist in dreams might appear right in front of you. Maybe you've thought, that's not the kind of life I could have, or sure, I want that, but it's probably not meant for me. Things like, could I really be loved without having to do everything around the house? Or can I truly be valued and cherished just for being myself? Each person has their own unique limit of belief, but the common theme is this. You will be shown that what once felt impossible is, in fact, entirely possible. And then, you'll come across someone, perhaps in real life, or maybe online, someone completely unfamiliar, living in a way you once thought was impossible. And in that moment, something will shift inside you. You'll realize if they can do it, then maybe I can too. From there, you'll begin to try. You'll give yourself permission to step out of your old patterns, your old lifestyle, old beliefs, old behaviors, and truly step into a new version of yourself. The final outcome is this. The entire flow of your life will shift dramatically in a deeply positive direction. A complete transformation where you're no longer confined by outdated molds. Everything begins to feel lighter, more effortless, and you start to sense that your life is blossoming. And I want to highlight this. The final card to appear is the 4-leaf clover, a beautifully auspicious card. It doesn't just signal sudden luck, but more importantly, it represents the kind of simple, everyday happiness that quietly endures. It's not the kind of luck that strikes once and fades, like winning the lottery. It's the beginning of building a steady, grounded life filled with familiar, sustainable joy. And the feeling I'm receiving very clearly is this. The foundation of that new life, a life that feels truly yours, aligned with your essence, will begin to take shape within the next 3 months. A life where you can simply be yourself, live at your own rhythm, and still feel fulfilled, happy, and abundant. It's truly wonderful. And now I'll draw one more card to go deeper. But first, I want to ask you something. While watching this video, did you happen to suddenly think of something you once believed was impossible? Perhaps a wish that made you pause and wonder, am I really allowed to hope for this? Something like working only 2 days a week and earning 50 million. Could that really be true? Or anything else that, at some point, felt too far out of reach for you? If a wish like that just crossed your mind, or even an old dream, a desire you've carried in your heart for a long time, then I'd like you to hold it close for a moment. Think about it now. Let yourself picture that dream as a real, lived experience. Perhaps you're living a life you love, beside someone you've longed to be with, maybe even living together, sharing joyful, warm days side by side. You can picture it vividly, the setting, the people, the emotions, as if it's already real. Hold that wish firmly in your heart, because from this moment on, we'll be sending energy toward it together. Now, I want you to take a few seconds to truly envision the ideal future you long to step into, a future you deeply yearn to live. Let that image rise clearly in your mind, where you're living, who you're with, the work you're doing, the feelings you wake up with each morning. Everything. And to help bring that future closer, I'm going to draw the elements that can support you on this path. The chakra that needs activation, your lucky number, your lucky color, and the energetic tone, or aura, that is surrounding you at this time. That moment just now was truly magical. While you were thinking about your wish, a beautiful vision suddenly appeared before me. Stars falling gently like a rain of light. What did you wish for? That image was absolutely radiant. And I understood. It's a sign that what you're dreaming of is going to receive powerful support from the universe. Those stars are sending you their blessings, guiding your wish toward becoming reality. Isn't it wonderful? So take a little more time to nurture that image in your heart. Let yourself feel it deeply, visualize it clearly. Because holding that vision in your mind for just 17 seconds is enough to start shifting the energy, enough to begin the process of manifestation. Just by imagining it, you've already made a difference. Now, let's begin drawing each element one by one. Which chakra will support you the most in achieving that dream? The card drawn is the throat chakra. This means, to turn your wish into reality, what matters most is honest and courageous communication. Speak your desires. Express your emotions, your thoughts, your ideals, through your voice, your words, and your expressive actions. Don't hide. Don't hold back. The very act of daring to voice your dream, of showing up authentically as yourself, is the key that will unlock the door to the future you long for. We'll continue drawing the other elements shortly. But even this alone, the willingness to speak up for yourself, is already a breakthrough. And the throat chakra is where it all begins. So yes, the chakra being highlighted here is your throat chakra. And even though I'm the one doing all the talking right now, which might seem ironic, it's absolutely clear that this is the message. Your throat chakra deserves your special attention. And there's a reason for all of this. I sense that you're about to enter a period filled with new connections. Many meaningful and positive relationships are about to emerge in your life. You may meet new friends, or existing friendships might deepen into soul-level bonds, into true kindred spirits. That energy is coming through very strongly. As you begin to engage more with others, the throat chakra, the center of communication and self-expression, will become your key instrument for connection, for showing who you truly are, and for sharing your values with the world. You'll be using this energy a great deal, and it's essential that it remains clear, open, and flowing. I truly believe that what lies ahead for you is a bright future filled with joy and laughter through healthy, uplifting relationships. So please, pay attention to your throat chakra, because it is the gateway to your joy and elevation. And here's a little extra sweetness. The lucky flower associated with your throat chakra is the sweet pea. Its meaning is to nurture daily happiness and bring blessings to new beginnings. Absolutely perfect, isn't it? That's exactly what you're moving toward, a future full of fresh starts, where each day carries its own gentle sweetness. Next, I'll draw the scent, or herb, that can support your energy in manifesting this dream. If it's an essential oil, you can use it in a diffuser or dab it lightly on your sleeve. If it's something edible, you can consume it as well. And the result is galbanum. This is the one that will offer you powerful support. Galbanum has a truly distinctive fragrance, and if you didn't know, it's one of the key ingredients used in the legendary Chanel perfumes. Its scent brings a sense of purification, depth, and mystery. Perfect for those entering a phase of energetic rebirth or expanding themselves into a higher realm of reality. As for its effects, galbanum is often referred to as the king of truth. This scent helps you connect with the unseen world, awakens the deepest parts of your soul, and guides you toward a true spiritual awakening. It may sound grand, but that's exactly what has been recorded about it. And for you, someone preparing to step into a radiant new chapter, the energy of galbanum arrives at the perfect moment. Miracles may come your way, so extraordinary that others might even feel a tinge of envy. Many perfumes contain galbanum, so if you have the chance, try experiencing or wearing this scent. It can be a powerful ally for you in the days ahead. Now, let's draw your lucky number. one of my favorite cards appears, the Lotus. And it's not only beautiful, it's also the card of miracles. The number drawn is 14. So pay attention to any signs connected to the number 14, such as the 14th day of the month or 2 p.m. 1400 hours. These moments may mark very positive turning points for you. The number 14 carries this message: any situation can be transformed. No matter where you are on your path, no matter what your current reality looks like, you absolutely have the power to turn things around and achieve results far beyond your expectations. Next, let's move to your lucky color, and the result is light sky blue, a soft, cooling shade like water. The accompanying card shows an image of the lily of the valley, a flower symbolizing gifts and purity. This gentle blue is also strongly associated with the energy of communication, perfectly aligned with the throat chakra we mentioned earlier, and it brings a sense of calm, peace, and quiet clarity. You see, everything is aligning in such a harmonious way, from your chakra, scent, number, to your color, together forming a gentle and hopeful tapestry for your journey ahead. Now, I'll draw one final element for you: the color of your current aura, the shade of energy that is shining most brightly around you at this moment. Along with it, I'll also pull a message to accompany this aura color. The color that appears is violet blue, also known as indigo, a deep, mystical hue close to midnight blue. This color holds strong spiritual resonance and profound depth. The card that comes with it is balance. And here is the message that comes with it: you are never alone. Angels are always with you, surrounding you in light and protecting you at all times, wherever you are. This message truly moves me. Do you remember that earlier moment? The vision of stars gently falling like light in the intuitive field. Perhaps that was your angels silently sending signs, quietly assisting you in bringing your wishes to life. And now, the message emerges clearly once more: you are always guided, protected, and held in divine presence. And now comes a powerful spiritual ally: lavender. Lavender appears here as a symbol of angelic connection, and it offers protection and healing on all levels. Let this scent surround you, through essential oil, a cup of tea, or even just a visual image in your mind, because it will soothe your energy and help you connect more easily to the sacred frequencies of the divine. So know this: your indigo aura is not only mysteriously beautiful, but it also carries a deeply sacred energy. It is a symbol of soul depth, intuition, and connection to the unseen world. And now, to bring this message to a close, I'll draw one final card, a parting message just for you. Please hold that image you've been carrying in your heart, and let's receive this message together. It feels like someone just sent a message through. I clearly sensed a sentence being delivered. When you learn how to let luck work in your favor, you'll be amazed at how effortlessly things begin to flow. Perhaps you're someone who has always relied on your own ability. You're diligent, responsible, someone who has worked hard, likely with seriousness, maybe even with a bit of pressure or intensity. But now, the message is this: when you open yourself to luck, to invisible guidance and divine support, you'll begin to see that things can flow much more easily, much more gently than you ever imagined. The Rider card has just appeared. This is the one who brings this message to you in a gentle yet deeply loving way. So charming, so thoughtful. And now, let's move to the crystal carrying your personal message: sodalite, a soothing, cool blue stone. Its message is: speak your truth. Once again, the throat chakra is emphasized. Blue, the color of communication and expression, repeats itself in this message. Sodalite will support you in speaking your truth, expressing yourself with sincerity, clarity, and courage. This is the key to unlocking the future you're moving toward. If you love crystals or are already working with them, I suggest seeking out sodalite. It's not a rare stone, so you should be able to find it easily in metaphysical or healing crystal shops. Keep it close to you, as a companion, a source of energy that encourages you to speak what you truly think and feel with confidence. And now, I offer you a final message, one meant just for you. It's time to reveal the last card. The message from your future self, around 3 months from now, when the Lionsgate portal is open and cosmic energy is flowing abundantly. Oh, what a powerful card it is. It radiates confidence and charisma. Your essence at that time is absolutely luminous. The card is called the Proud Choice. The first impression this card gives is a strong sense of connection with the angels, because the image shows a girl with an enormous pair of wings. This is something truly special, as not every card features a winged figure. The The presence of these wings symbolizes spiritual power, divine guidance, and a soul that is soaring high above. It is card number 22.
And you know what?
The number 22 also appeared earlier in this reading. A meaningful coincidence. The number 22 is often seen as a fated pair, a number of sacred harmony, higher connections, and deep self-realization. Keep an eye out for the number 22. It may become a sign or a message from the universe in the days to come. Now, I'll read you the message from this very card, known as the card of aesthetic choice. The core keywords are awareness, faith, and pride. Here is the message for you. Reflect on the choices you make each day. Are you allowing fleeting emotions, calculated gains, or worries to steer your path? Are you truly living by what your heart believes in? Hold firmly to your belief, not as blind stubbornness, but as a beautiful ideal known as personal pride. When you choose a path rooted in your true values, you begin to shine more brightly than ever before. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? This card feels like a bold affirmation that you possess a truly unique essence. A presence that is powerful, radiant, and deeply soulful. Someone who earns the admiration of others through unwavering integrity and the clarity behind every choice you make. It's no coincidence that your future self is depicted with wide, majestic wings. They are a symbol of a soul that has risen into freedom and light. And since this number keeps appearing, we need to understand its meaning more deeply. Let's draw again to explore why the number 22 is repeating so often.
Oh.
A familiar card appears, Foundation and Achievements, number 4. A card we've seen before, hasn't it? And paired with it is the Blazing Passion Ignited, a card that glows with vivid violet energy. But let's first return to card number 4. This is a card from the material realm, and its central message is a solid foundation. This card tells you that you are beginning, or are about to begin, building a truly stable foundation in the physical world. It's no longer just about dreams or ideals, but now about actual, grounded, tangible steps. It also indicates that you are cultivating real stability, not only in terms of finances, but also in your status, living environment, and surrounding relationships. If you can extract the wisdom from past experiences with money, from moments of failure or doubt, then you're now standing at the threshold of a brand new foundation. And this will not be easily shaken, because it is built on your maturity and your true inner strength. An important message from this card. Do not measure your worth by your current position. Keep giving, keep acting from the heart, because all forms of abundance, both material and spiritual, are the result of your willingness to give. Now, when we align this with the number 22, everything starts to make perfect sense. 22 is a master number, a number of high vibration, carrying the powerful energy of mission and manifestation. It represents the ability to turn dreams into reality, to transform the abstract into structure, and to build a solid system grounded in spiritual vision. In other words, the number 22 is the bridge between intuition and practical action. Its repetition in your reading is a sign that you are entering a phase of laying the foundation for a long-lasting, stable life, one that holds real value and carries your own unique spiritual imprint. The recurring presence of the number 22, together with card number 4, Foundation and Achievements, is a firm confirmation. The life you've been dreaming of is no longer a fantasy. It's drawing closer, crafted by your own hands, with powerful support from the universe. Once again, it is truly beautiful and profound. A card carrying a very clear message has appeared. Seek accurate advice when it comes to investments, and recognize that you no longer need to cling to possessions or material things. You are being encouraged to relax your mind, expand your perspective, and allow everything to flow in its natural course, because that very flow will lead you toward better and brighter turns in life. Alongside it comes the card of Passion, a symbol of energy rising, ready to burst forth. The soul card that appeared at the beginning of the spread also conveys a similar meaning. You are ready for the wings of your soul to fully unfold, allowing you to soar higher than ever before. Interestingly, this is echoed by yet another card. With that power, move forward and begin to lay a solid foundation for the future. In other words, once again, the universe is affirming. This is the moment for you to spread your wings, to rise beyond old boundaries, and to truly take flight. If we wrap the entire message together, the reason why the number 22 kept appearing in today's reading has now become clear. The number 22, when reduced to 2 plus 2, equals 4, which is the number of foundation, of stability, and of building a practical life with structure. And the message here is, Now is the time to begin that process.
But there's more to it than that.
The fact that 22 is composed of two number 2s also carries the implication that you don't have to do this alone. That's right. I just tuned back in and heard that message loud and clear. You will not be alone on this journey. This also brings to mind the possibility that many of you watching this reading are about to start building a new foundation with the one you love. It could mean a new relationship will begin in the near future. Or, if you're already in love or currently in a stable relationship, the next 3 months will be the phase where the two of you begin laying down the groundwork for a more ideal shared life. Not just being together, but building together. Redefining shared dreams, shared ideals, and starting to make concrete steps forward. This could involve finances, career decisions, living arrangements, or future direction. And this marks an incredibly meaningful turning point because it opens the door to a truly fulfilling future. Everything that is unfolding, the numbers, the cards, the symbols appearing, are all pointing toward one powerful convergence, a solid transformation that holds love, companionship, and lasting foundations. And that path, you're walking it right now. From this point forward, your life will gradually be built upon a foundation of fulfillment and complete happiness, a life where each day is filled with the sense that you are truly living a life worth living. Because of that, the negative things, the unpleasant experiences will also begin to fade away from your daily rhythm. Of course, to live is to face challenges. No one can completely avoid the unexpected. But the difference now is this: the frequency of things that upset or frustrate you will significantly decrease. They will no longer appear randomly, but only when truly necessary, as a signal for you to recognize something, to learn something. And in those moments, instead of fear or discouragement, you may actually find yourself quietly grateful. So this happened for me to realize that. So, if you've recently encountered a few disruptions or minor frustrations, don't worry. Because from now on, you'll be stepping into a new phase, one where the feeling of happiness and abundance becomes the very ground upon which your life is built. And that foundation is not something you have to build alone. The person who will help you create it could be a close friend, someone you're about to meet, a colleague, or a community where you feel you truly belong. It could be a small group, a work environment, or even the life partner you'll walk with in the future. Whoever they are, you are allowed to build this foundation together with them. 2 + 2 = 4, not only the number of stability, but also the number of synergy. It's a message. You can and should collaborate, share, and walk alongside others. You are not alone. You are never alone. Remember? There was once a message in the reading that spoke this truth. Perhaps it came from the card surrounded by a violet-blue aura. Someone, or a sacred energy, once told you, you are never truly alone. There are always lights surrounding and guiding you. So, even if you've forgotten that for a moment, let me remind you again, clearly and with certainty. You never have to walk alone. And you are worthy of building a radiant, steady life with someone else. You are not alone. Truly, you're not. So once more, please remember, you are not on your own. You absolutely can build the foundation of a new life together with someone else. And you are allowed to do that. You deserve to be supported. And there is one key word being echoed here again: passion. Pay attention to the things that set your heart on fire, that make you feel alive and inspired. Return to what once made you feel whole, those small, sincere things that helped you recognize yourself. Let your heart, right at the center of your chest, be lit by that flame. Don't be afraid to rekindle your passion, even in the tiniest of ways. The card also says, if you need help, speak up. Whether it's to the angels, to the universe, or simply to someone trustworthy in your life, once you call out, support will come. And once again, the profound meaning of the number 22 is reaffirmed. You don't have to carry everything on your own. Build your foundation with others, whether they are friends, colleagues, family, or someone you have yet to meet. The spirit of companionship, of building together, is the core message the universe is sending to you. I'll conclude the reading for those of you who chose pile 1 here. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and show your support by liking the video. Your encouragement is a powerful source of motivation that keeps me inspired to bring you more heartfelt content. If something in this reading touched your heart, I hope you'll leave a comment or even just a small symbol to let me know that the message reached you. I always look forward to reading your thoughts, so don't hesitate to share what's on your mind. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. I'll see you again in the next reading. Hello to those of you who chose pile 2. Thank you for waiting. Now, I'll begin the reading for everyone who selected this pile. I hope this reading brings you healing, fresh insights, and moments filled with love and warmth. Today, we're going to take a glimpse into your future over the next 3 months, up until the time of another energetic gateway, the Lion's Gate. I won't call this a prophecy, as that might sound a bit too heavy. Let's just think of it as a reading, a gentle look ahead into what's to come. First of all, I have a strong sense that you are someone with powerful spiritual energy, or perhaps you're working in a field related to the spiritual or inner realms. Your energy seems to be fueling this connection, helping me receive messages clearly and smoothly in this moment. It's possible that you've recently gone through some difficult experiences. There may have been anxiety, uncertainty, or even intense emotional waves, feelings like anger, hurt, or frustration toward someone. These emotional storms may have felt overwhelming. But dear one, all of that is going to be resolved in a gentle and peaceful way. Everything will become clear, and the chapter will close with softness and light. And from this moment on, remember one thing. The worries and anxieties you once carried, they will gradually fade away. No matter what situation you find yourself in, even if it feels like, oh no, this time I'm really done for, don't worry, because all of those fears will be dispelled by the light of the sun. This is something the cards are emphasizing very clearly. I can sense something incredibly powerful, as if a divine thread is weaving its presence right here. I wonder if some of you who chose this pile have visited a sacred place, a temple, a shrine, or somewhere spiritually significant. I feel a deep and intense sense of spiritual connection. Because when the Sun card appears right at the center like this, it carries an unmistakable message. Every shadow, every fear, every dark corner will be chased away by the light. No matter how deep your anxiety runs, the dark clouds will soon dissolve. Worry will no longer be an issue, and even the issue itself will no longer be an issue. For example, maybe you recently experienced something like being treated a bit coldly by someone you like. In the past, you might have overthought it, worried endlessly, do they hate me now? What should I do? Falling into that downward spiral of anxiety, self-blame, and insecurity. But what about recently? You may have encountered similar situations, yet your inner response has changed dramatically. You might now find yourself thinking, well, if they don't like me, that's okay. I can't force anyone, or maybe the connection has run its course. If so, let it pass. There's a sense of letting go, a quiet release. That feeling of ease may arise so naturally that you don't even notice it at first. And if you've felt that lately, you're no longer stuck in worry for too long, then that is truly a very positive sign. A fresh current of energy, a brighter frequency, is now flowing within you. Just now, I seem to hear a message. Thank you for trusting me. And that only deepens my sense of certainty that perhaps you've once connected with a sacred place or genuinely placed your faith in something higher. It's also possible that, due to the energy of the Sun card, this connection isn't only divine in nature. It may also involve the presence of a father figure or ancestors, those who are part of your lineage. It feels as though they're sending you this message. Because you've placed your trust in me, I am able to protect you. I sense something profoundly heartfelt here, as if you once prayed or reached out with sincerity and gratitude to the divine or your ancestors. And perhaps it was your belief in being protected that has now formed the light surrounding you in this very moment. The next message is crystal clear. You are being protected, and the path that lies ahead of you will surely be illuminated. They are gently saying, do not worry. Why such reassurance? Because the crossroad card has appeared in the reading, a symbol of pivotal decisions and turning points. In the coming time, there's a strong possibility that you'll find yourself standing before significant choices. It could involve a job change, a shift in your career direction, or the decision to either part ways with or continue an existing relationship. It might be a clearly defined fork in the road, or you might already be in that very situation, feeling torn, unsure of which path to take. And whether that situation arises right now or sometime within the next month, remember this. You are not alone. What you've believed in, what you've entrusted, those intentions are now forming the light that is guiding your way. I say this because the very first card to appear was the Woman card. In this reading, that card represents you. Even if you're a man watching this video, let this be a symbolic reflection of yourself. The presence of this card shows that you're currently in a profoundly important phase, one in which you're contemplating your life on a deeper level. It's as if you're stepping back to see the entire landscape of your journey, asking yourself, which path is truly mine to walk? And then, by the fourth card, the cross appears, a symbol of destiny, positioned directly on the path you are walking. This reveals that you may have recently been deeply preoccupied with the question of which direction to take in order to live a life of true meaning, a journey that feels worthy and aligned with your authentic self. Alongside that came the card of learning and self-development, a very encouraging sign. It shows that you're in a process of exploring, reflecting, and researching carefully before making any decision. But because of this, I also sense that you may be carrying a quiet burden, something you haven't shared with anyone. Perhaps it has to do with changing jobs, leaving your family, or considering the end of a relationship. It might even be a reevaluation of a friendship or some form of connection. You could be silently thinking things through without telling anyone, privately wrestling with these questions day after day. The cards also reflect a subtle, persistent pressure within you, daily tensions that may not be overwhelming, but have been slowly accumulating over time. At the same time, cards representing boundaries, endings, and fate have also appeared. These suggest that you are at a threshold, preparing to make a major decision, or more precisely, facing a deeply significant choice in your life. It's not necessarily a decision driven by pressure, but rather a moment of genuine reflection, where you are thoughtfully considering the future path you wish to walk. And then, the Sun card appears right beside you like a gentle friend softly saying, "I understand." The cards are speaking clearly. The thoughts you're having, the uncertainties you're wrestling with, the hesitation you feel, you'll come to the right decision. The sky ahead will become clear. The path you choose will be a good one. Rest assured, you are moving in the right direction. This message is being echoed strongly and unmistakably. The decisions you're preparing to make are being supported in a powerful way by higher forces. Whether it's your ancestors or perhaps deities from a sacred temple you once visited, there's a sense that they are watching over you, offering protection. You don't have to believe in it entirely. Just sensing that you are being protected, that alone is more than enough. I can truly feel a protective energy surrounding you. Honestly, the light keeps radiating from this reading. It hasn't dimmed for a moment. Next, the cards that appear are the Woman, the Key, Rebirth, and the Fox. This combination suggests that, in the past, you may have given too much of yourself to others, enduring, compromising, sacrificing your own needs for the sake of harmony, to avoid upsetting anyone, or simply to keep others happy. You may have been living in a way that placed others before your own self. But now you're beginning to feel something deeply important. I am myself, and I deserve to be happy. Whether you stay in your current job or not, whether you change your working environment or remain where you are, the most profound transformation taking place is happening within you. The work-related card has appeared, along with a symbol of independence. This speaks volumes. It means that regardless of who you're currently working for, you're steadily carving out your own path. It's that moment when your work is no longer defined by others, but becomes something you truly own, something through which you create value on your own terms. Your intellect, your talents, these qualities are beginning to emerge more clearly, and they will soon grow more powerfully than ever before. It feels as though something within you has been set into motion, a wheel turning endlessly, unleashing energies that had long been compressed and held back. And the final outcome of this reading is truly beautiful. The Fox card appears here, bringing with it a strong and grounded energy. It is not only a symbol of intelligence, but also of sharp awareness, resilience, and the ability to thrive in complex environments. You are awakening, and that awakening is genuinely admirable. Perhaps, for some of you watching this reading, you are considering divorce, stepping away from a relationship, and beginning a life of complete independence and self-reliance, and you may be standing right at the threshold of such a major decision. If that resonates with you, then let me say this clearly. That path is entirely a good one. Rest assured. Whether it's financial matters or the moments when you'll need to manage things on your own, you might feel afraid, and that's only natural. I've been through that feeling myself. But dear one, you truly have nothing to fear. Because you are someone deeply protected. You are incredibly capable, wise, quick-witted, and you possess a strong ability to work and excel. You carry the qualities of a king, a leader, someone others instinctively turn to, someone people seek for guidance and support. You are always the giver, the one who brings goodness into the lives of others. And for that very reason, the universe will continue to send blessings back to you. The card of new beginnings has appeared clearly, emphasizing that if you have the courage to step forward, then nothing will be able to frighten you anymore. Be bold. Courage is the key at this moment. Card number 3 in the deck is also sending that same powerful message. Take the step, take action, and trust in yourself. And then, on the Fox card, which represents sharpness, composure, and astuteness in the professional realm. Another card appears, also related to career and finances. This card symbolizes stability and skillfulness. Just above it lies the Tree card, one of the most beautiful and powerful cards in the Lenormand deck. The tree represents health, steady growth, and long-term development. It also signifies that you'll take root and build a strong, lasting foundation in your life. All of these cards together seem to be speaking directly to you, saying, your life, from this point onward, is going to shift in an incredibly positive direction. This isn't just a hopeful sign, it's a clear and powerful message. Your life is about to transform in radiant ways you never even dared to imagine. To be honest, the cards drawn in this reading are truly powerful and beautiful. But then I found myself wondering, how can you reach that radiant ending? In reality, as long as you live in alignment with your true self, that bright future will naturally come to you. However, if you want it to arrive sooner and in an even more fulfilling way, there are a few things you can do to enhance your fortune. First, honor your genuine emotions. Be honest with yourself. In addition, begin by cleaning and refreshing your living space. Turn your home into a power spot, a place that aligns with the future version of you, strong, joyful, and abundant. If necessary, consider the idea of moving. Especially if you felt tied down to a place for too long, now may be the perfect time to let go and move on. The Rider card appears below, signaling, now is the time to act. You will find a place that suits you, and moving into that new home will mark a truly wonderful new beginning. The reading is affirming that a move at this moment would be extremely auspicious. If you've been thinking about it, there's a good chance you'll find the right place within the next month. The Clover card, the symbol of luck, has also made its appearance. Returning to the idea of boosting your energy, aside from changing your living environment, there are a few other things you can do. Take care of your health, pay more attention to your body, adjust your diet, and stay physically active. Think about where you truly want to plant your roots, where you want to live, how you want to shape your life, and where you wish to build lasting stability. When you begin to look deeply into these essential aspects, your foundation, your direction, the stability you wish to build, great gifts will begin to find their way to you. And you will truly become independent, self-reliant, no longer dependent on anyone. This has nothing to do with whether or not you are in a relationship. It's a form of freedom, a sense of inner steadiness that comes from within. I just felt something incredibly profound, as if the reading itself is saying, you are fully capable of being in a state of peace and wholeness. This part is so beautiful, it almost brings tears to my eyes. Have you been holding on to something that has long weighed on your heart, something unresolved that you've been turning over in your mind again and again? If you're watching this and feel that none of this resonates with you, that you don't feel connected to what's been shared so far, then maybe this pile wasn't meant for you. And that's completely okay. Trust your inner voice, and feel free to choose another pile. Always trust your intuition. Now let's continue and move into the topic of love. When it comes to matters of the heart, I sense that there's a certain distance between you and the person you care about. That distance doesn't necessarily have to be physical or insurmountable. Some may find the other person hard to reach, while others might discover a shortcut that brings them closer together. The Rebirth card has appeared, a sign that new opportunities may emerge to refresh and renew the connection. So, if you are in love with someone, if you're hoping to deepen your current relationship, or if you want to take a meaningful step forward with someone, what should you do? The reading suggests that one of the most important paths is to reconnect with your inner child. Pay attention to that part of you, the tender, innocent, and sincere emotional core within. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What am I yearning for in this connection? What stirs my heart in the purest, most childlike way? You don't need to do anything grand or dramatic, just honor your true feelings. Take time to play, to speak with your inner child, to be with that part of you. As simple as that. And then, listen carefully to what your heart is quietly longing for. From there, begin taking small steps to bring those heartfelt desires into reality. And the message the cards are conveying most powerfully right now is this: you have the power to make your dreams come true. This is being repeated clearly and consistently, like a loving voice gently whispering to you. You are capable. Allow yourself to feel the joy of witnessing your wishes come to life. This may sound a bit direct, but the cards seem to be asking you, are you perhaps underestimating yourself? Your talents, your energy, your ability to manifest what you truly desire, aren't they being held back by you? You are fully capable of going much further, yet it appears that you may be the one unconsciously setting your own limits. The Child card appears below, symbolizing innocence, the inner child within you. This card seems to suggest that perhaps, out of fear of change, fear of getting hurt, or due to emotional wounds from the past, you are unintentionally standing in your own way. But when you truly begin to heal that inner child, when you gently embrace that tender part of your soul that has been wounded, your true potential will begin to awaken. It will surge forth with great power. You have every right to dream of a better world. And not only do you have the right, you absolutely have the power to make it real. The cards seem to be whispering to you. Remember, you used to know this. Remember your true strength. And then, when you truly accept this, what awaits you is a profound rebirth. Not a physical death, of course not, but a rebirth in your perception, in your awareness, in the very energy of your life. People often say that every night when we go to sleep, we momentarily leave this world to return to the universe. And when we wake up, we are a new version of ourselves, carrying fresh energy and new insights. And now, in this journey of your life, you are about to enter such a phase, a moment where you are allowed to live as your true self. No more hiding, no more suppressing, no more trying to please others. Just being you, the most genuine, purest version of you. The message from the cards is clear. Honor the child within you, that innocent, sincere, and delicate part of your soul, and trust that you deserve happiness. You no longer need to hold back or shrink yourself. Truly, the cards keep emphasizing this over and over again, as if urging you to remember and believe in it. I wonder how you feel as you hear all this. There's a part of me that worries a little, unsure if the message is really reaching you. Because it's being conveyed so clearly, I can't help but worry if it might feel overwhelming. But this is exactly what the reading wants you to know. And especially over the next 3 months, possibly around the 3rd month, you will go through something that makes you feel as if you've been reborn. A distinct transformation, not only in your actions but also in how you feel from within. An experience that might leave you exclaiming in surprise, "How have I changed this much?" It's a shift that brings a sense of lightness, release, and wholeness. And then, the Moon card appears, a card that carries the energy of allure and personal magnetism. In fact, this card represents fame, being noticed, being loved. Which means, after this rebirth, you'll become a far more radiant version of yourself. Like someone stepping into the light with an entirely new presence and charisma. This isn't about a fake change or trying to force yourself into something different. It's a transformation that flows naturally, rising from within. Once you truly live in alignment with your own vibrant essence, you will shine in your own unique way, and others will be irresistibly drawn to that light. So, you are not as insignificant as you once believed. In fact, even right now, you are far from ordinary. It's just that you haven't fully revealed the immense potential within you yet. And you're about to do exactly that, to unveil your true, authentic essence. That's why, if you have feelings for someone in silence, or if you've been waiting for them to notice you, the good news is, it's very likely going to happen. When you are truly yourself, when your light shines from within, the other person will be drawn to it. They won't be able to ignore it. And if you're already stepping into that energy, then perhaps you are the very one they've been waiting for all along. It could be that the person you're thinking about right now doesn't truly understand you yet, or maybe the two of you aren't that close. Perhaps you've only recently gotten to know each other. And if you're already in a relationship or committed partnership, maybe you've had moments of doubt, wondering, do they still love me the way they used to? Are they starting to lose interest in me? Why don't they say sweet things like before? Has the spark faded since the beginning? If you've ever carried such worries, then the message for you is this. Everything is about to change. Completely transform. The Book card appears, signifying that you are a hardworking individual, constantly learning, deeply thoughtful, and someone who lives with sincerity. And it is precisely these qualities that will make them look at you differently. They will fall for you again, not because you're trying to do something outstanding, but because of the steady and genuine energy you radiate. You will become more captivating than ever, truly. Not only that, right above it appears the Money card, a symbol of finances, value, stability, and recognition. This indicates that from around the middle of the 2nd month onward, your financial situation will noticeably improve. It could be a new job, an opportunity to increase your income, or well-deserved recognition for your abilities. And although the primary focus here is on love and relationships, the cards are also opening other paths for you. Cards like the Tower also appear, symbols of separation, independence, and at times, even breakup. This makes me think that some of you might be contemplating divorce. On the other hand, you could be considering marriage, wondering whether to commit to someone for the long term. And the message from the reading is crystal clear. No matter which path you choose, you'll be okay. This isn't just a comforting phrase, it's the truth. Both choices, whichever direction you decide to go, can lead you to happiness. Because what determines the outcome isn't the path itself, but the maturity and strength you already carry within. And even if you happen to choose something that turns out to be wrong, there is no such thing as a completely wrong choice. You can always start over, always readjust, and find your way back on track. The cards are emphasizing that although you may be feeling uncertain right now, whichever direction you take, both paths hold the potential for a positive outcome. You don't need to be afraid. Everything is being supported. Another important message is that in the near future, possibly within the next month, there will be a significant encounter. It could be a reunion with someone you haven't seen in a long time, or it might be an entirely new meeting with someone you never expected. This is the kind of connection that doesn't happen often but carries great impact. And the encouraging part is, if you allow yourself to meet this person, your destiny will begin to flow more swiftly, and everything around you will start to move forward with greater momentum. Returning to the theme of love, the cards are very clear. Set firm boundaries. For example, if you're in a relationship that leaves you uncertain about whether to continue, don't be afraid to walk away. I don't want you to stay with someone who isn't good for you, someone who only brings you pain. I know I might sound like a strict aunt here, but I genuinely hope you don't get entangled in a damaging relationship. What truly matters is this: draw the line, and what no longer serves you. And remember, real love always comes with clear, tangible actions. Someone who truly loves you will show it through both their words and their behavior. The cards are saying that before you even think about something long-term, like marriage or a lasting commitment, you need to truly see into their heart. Are they sincere? Do their actions live up to their words? If the answer is yes, if their heart is truly aligned with yours, then you'll feel it not just through promises, but through how they treat you every single day. And when the heart is genuine, the actions will be, too. That's the only foundation strong enough for you to step into lasting happiness. So, pay close attention. Don't just listen to empty words. Look at their actions. Are they truly expressing their feelings through what they do? And because the heart card has appeared here, I sense that there will be many different directions, depending on your individual situation. Some of you may part ways with someone, some may meet a completely new person, and others may reunite with someone from the past. That message is coming through very strongly at this moment. That's why I find myself a little choked up as I say this. Forgive me, it's a bit emotional. Around the third month, there's a strong possibility that you will enter a radiant phase in your love life. It could be the beginning of a new romantic relationship, or a deepening and rekindling of the love you currently have. And the one who brings this to you could be someone new, someone you currently have feelings for, or the very person you are already in a relationship with. It will differ from person to person. I'm not giving a specific answer like the past lover will return or a new person will come, because if I say that, you might become attached to that information and stop listening to the voice of your own heart. You might think, so the ex is my destiny, and cling to that idea, even when the universe may be opening a new door just for you. So, I'm choosing not to be more specific. Not because I don't know, but because I want you to stay connected to your own true feelings, so you can choose what brings you happiness in the most conscious and liberated way. That's why I choose to stay silent at this point, to avoid unintentionally locking you into a single answer. So, truly look forward to and embrace what's coming. Because no matter which path you take, by around the third month, you will absolutely be immersed in love, happiness, and surrounded by people who cherish you. Your financial fortune will also rise dramatically. You yourself will feel as though you've been reborn, becoming a radiant, magnetic version of yourself. And someone truly wonderful will fall in love with you. The two of you will step into a relationship full of warmth and deep affection. In fact, that happiness may even leave you feeling a little dazed, wondering, am I dreaming? Do I really deserve this joy? Because I sense you tend to be thoughtful and prone to worrying about the future. And then, the person beside you, they will care for you in the most tender way. Asking gently, are you okay? Come home early, okay? Not in a controlling or possessive way, but with sincere concern, genuine, warm, and full of love. So, hold on to this beautiful vision. No matter which direction you choose, that future, a place where you are loved and cherished, will come to you. I know it's not customary to use the word certain in a tarot reading, but this feeling is unmistakably strong. You will be loved. You will be cared for. So have faith. You don't need to believe in me. Truly, you don't have to put your trust in the reader. But I want you to believe in yourself. Place your faith in who you are, because that is exactly what those who watch over you, whether they are ancestors or spiritual guardians, have always wished for you. You don't have to believe in me, but believe in yourself. Believe in your heart, your intuition, and the beautiful essence within you. Your love will be just fine. And not only your love, after that, everything will shine even brighter. True, genuine love is present in this reading. The card of romantic dating has also appeared, which suggests that tender moments and sweet encounters are waiting just ahead. The numbers of connection and symbols of divine timing are here too. And it's not only about love, your social circle is expanding as well. Friendships and community ties are growing richer and more uplifting. I truly feel that everything is beginning to shift powerfully in a positive direction for you. So much so that I feel the urge to keep reading because this spread is so beautiful, so full of light and wonder. And there's one more message the cards are whispering to you. The gift card. This is the card of beautiful blessings, of love blossoming, of moments so touching they bring tears to your eyes. It symbolizes unexpected joy, the kind of reward the universe longs to give you. I feel a lump in my throat as I say this. Forgive me, my heart feels tight with emotion. If it feels right, try reconnecting with your mother. It might be as simple as making a phone call or meeting in person. If you're one of those who cannot or do not want to reach out, if there are deep wounds in your heart when it comes to your mother, know that this, too, is deeply understood. Everyone has their own circumstances. In case you can't open your heart to speak to her directly, consider doing it in your mind as a symbolic act. Say the things your heart wants to say. Maybe, Mom, I'm so angry with you, or even, I hate you, if that's what's true for you. But it might also be, I really wanted you to hold me, or I used to wish so badly that you would understand me. You don't have to forgive if you're not ready. What matters is that you are freed from the weight in your heart. And if you can, try letting go of something that has kept you bound. Letting go doesn't mean rejecting. It means allowing yourself to move forward. Because you are on a journey toward independence, self-mastery, and freedom. And in the next 3 months, you will have the strength to do just that. To carve your own path, to live a life that is truly yours, full and abundant in the way you choose. So, if you are able to reconnect with your mother in any form, whether it's through a phone call, a face-to-face meeting, or even just in your mind, this could be a moment of deep transformation. You may reclaim a part of yourself that was once left behind in the tangles of that relationship. And if you feel like tears are welling up while hearing this, that's okay too. It means your heart is speaking. And that's a sign you are touching something very deep within your healing journey. I remember once wondering, am I living my mother's life instead of my own? Maybe you've also asked yourself something similar, whether you've been living according to her patterns, her expectations. Maybe you've been afraid of failing, afraid of shame, afraid of what others might think. Maybe you've told yourself, I'm bound to fail, I can't do it, people will laugh at me. Truly, I've had all those fears. And so have many others. But the truth is, most of those inner barriers are rooted in your foundational relationship with your mother. When you begin to revisit that relationship, begin to heal and shift your perspective around it, everything else in your life begins to move as well. So if this resonates with you, if there are emotions you've never had the chance to express to your mother, then give yourself the opportunity to be honest about them. You don't need to force love or forgiveness if you're not ready. But allow yourself to acknowledge the truth. I just didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't want to see that sad look on her face. I only ever wanted her to be proud of me. Whether you speak those words aloud or only in your heart, that honesty is the first step toward truly living for yourself, not for anyone else's expectations. I just wanted my mother's praise. I wanted to be the child she could proudly talk about to everyone. Because I wanted to be loved by her. Because I love her. Mom. Mom, in the deepest part of my heart, I've always called your name like that. Always whispered it silently inside. And those emotions over the years have piled up, tangled, and twisted. I couldn't live my own life, just because I didn't want her to worry. I didn't dare walk my own path, because I was always thinking of her. And then, deep down, I once whispered a bitter thought to myself. I became this gentle, obedient child who always thinks of their parents. All thanks to you, Mom. Thank you. Because of you, I will go on living while abandoning my own life. Because that's what happiness is, right, Mom? I once carried within me a feeling that resembled quiet rebellion, Not hatred, but a silent, aching cry for help. Mom, please try to understand me. That very emotion, when buried, quietly created a reality in which I no longer allowed myself to be happy. And I wrote about it as a moment of awakening. I realized that in order to fully live my own life, I had to face it. I had to let go. I had to accept. It doesn't have to come from love. If you feel you cannot love your mother, that's okay too. You don't have to force forgiveness. But if you can simply say in your heart, so that was her life, and this is mine, then everything will begin to shift. It's in that gentle release of expectation, sadness, resentment, or regret toward your mother, whether spoken aloud or held silently in your heart, that your life truly begins. It seems that many of you may now be standing at the threshold of such a transformation. And I'm sorry if these reflections feel long-winded or too personal. I know some of you may have a harmonious relationship with your mother and feel none of this applies, and that's perfectly valid, too. But I had to say these things because the energy in this reading is urging me so strongly. I couldn't remain silent. That is the message this reading wants to deliver to you. So, if you can reach out to your mother, even if it's just by thinking of her, that alone can open up a powerful flow of positive energy. Even if you felt distant or resentful toward her, simply being honest with yourself about that emotion is already a huge step forward. Right next to this is the messenger card, a symbol of speed, of movement. This means that once you take this action, once you dare to look directly at the relationship between you and your mother, the events in your life will begin to shift rapidly and grow in ways you might never have expected. And for those of you who already have a good relationship with your mother, a simple thank you, Mom, for always being there for me, is enough to invite in an incredibly powerful and benevolent energy. There's one more thing I need to mention, something I've sensed since the beginning, and it's now becoming even clearer. It has to do with health. If you've been feeling worried about something related to your health recently, this is actually a very positive signal. Not to alarm you, but to let you know that a very hopeful turning point is on its way. For example, you may have suspected there was something wrong with your health, perhaps a lingering worry or discomfort, and then, after seeing a doctor, discovered that it wasn't anything serious at all. Or maybe there was a condition that had already been diagnosed, something that once seemed incurable, but now it's beginning to improve, like a quiet miracle. The world is full of miracles like that, and you are part of that flow. So in terms of health, this is a powerful time for receiving good news, or, at the very least, beginning a true journey of healing. So tonight, before you go to bed, take a moment to think about your mother. Simply and gently picture her in your mind, no matter what kind of relationship you have. Just try it and observe what changes in your heart. Because from that place, things truly begin to shift and blossom. I'm not sure if I sounded a bit forceful earlier. If I did, I apologize. But this really is what the reading is urging me to convey. And now, I want to share one more small action that can enhance your good fortune over the next 3 months. This period will be a highly favorable time for human connection, meaning there will be many opportunities to meet, talk, and engage with others. And if you actively create those moments, such as inviting someone to dinner, going out with a friend, or simply spending more quality time in conversation with your loved ones, your energy and luck will rise even more. The beautiful thing is, these moments of connection don't just bring you joy, they also help soothe negative emotions like anxiety, frustration, or the gray clouds that linger in your mind. Those feelings will gradually begin to dissolve. And in their place will come the sense that things are getting better. You'll feel like you're finally in sync, that everything is flowing smoothly, and a quiet, natural confidence will begin to take root in you. In this reading, the image of the fox appears, a symbol of cleverness and keen perception. When this card aligns with the energy of confidence, it doesn't point to arrogance, but rather to someone who deeply understands their own worth. For you, perhaps, the idea of confidence might still feel unfamiliar, maybe even a bit awkward. But from the outside, people don't see it that way at all. In fact, others will sense that you're someone who respects yourself, and because of that, they'll also feel drawn to respect and appreciate you. So don't worry about coming across as boastful or self-important. That won't happen. This is the right kind of confidence, the kind where you know your value, and you know you deserve to be loved, to be seen, and to be heard. And right now, you're entering a very powerful time to express that to the world. As for a lucky action to take in the near future, one message stands out quite clearly: mountain climbing. Yes, quite literally, the image of climbing a mountain. And it's not just a physical activity, it's deeply symbolic as well. Climbing a mountain is often seen as a form of spiritual practice, a process of purification, and a way to connect with sacred energy. I'm also sensing the image of a place with strong spiritual significance, like a gentle reminder that if you enjoy prayer, meditation, or spiritually focused practices, this will be an especially aligned path for you during this time. You might try engaging in a prayer session, practicing meditation, or simply spending quiet time in nature. Even climbing a small hill, or standing in a high place and taking a few deep breaths can bring you a feeling of clarity, connection, and renewal. The spiritual energy in this reading is very strong, and I sense that many of you may be working in fields related to energy healing, counseling, or spiritual development. If you're part of this group, then activities like energy work, prayer, light work, or anything that nurtures your soul will be especially resonant and powerful for you right now. And the second action, as I've mentioned earlier, is to connect with people. Engage in conversation, meet others, and reach out more proactively. Even if you don't make a deliberate effort, I can already see that opportunities for interaction and connection will naturally increase. But if you take the initiative, everything will unfold even more powerfully. Especially starting from the first month, you'll have chances to meet people you've been hoping to encounter. And here's an important message. If there's someone you truly want to meet, whether it's a friend or even a public figure, find a way to make that connection. Attend an event, a seminar, a performance, any place where that person might be, because it could become a fateful moment of contact. The number 3 card also appears here, carrying the energy of new beginnings, communication, and action that paves the way forward. That means the meetings and connections you initiate now won't be random. They have the potential to shift your future. The energy is so aligned, so full of promise, that I can honestly say, even the smallest step you take in reaching out can lead to remarkably positive transformations in your life. These are the messages that the reading is offering you. Now I will draw a card from the deck of divine beings, and the card has revealed itself. Let me read to you the message from the deity. Run like the wind. Feel the soles of your own feet. This may be a message about grounding, connecting deeply with the earth's energy. I will blow the wind in the direction you need to go. The wind is already moving within your body. Now is the time to release hesitation. Trust your intuition. Your body already knows the answer. Stop thinking with the mind. Ask your body and take the first step. The theme of this card is action and intuition. Let go of indecision and trust your intuition as well as the wisdom held within your body. That's why the cards related to health have also appeared, because your body is sending clear signals, acting as a subtle guide. If you haven't yet tapped into this power, now is the time to start listening more closely to yourself. This deity possesses extraordinary agility, able to move like the wind, carrying a powerful and boundless energy. But at the same time, he holds a soul that is gentle and refined, one that adores beauty and cherishes vibrant, blooming flowers. If you have drawn this card, it may mean that you are in a moment where you want to take action, but something inside you hesitates, holding you back from the first step. And the deity is gently urging you now, release that hesitation and move in the direction your intuition is calling you toward. The very first thought that comes to your mind, the first feeling that softly touches your heart, that is your direct connection to intuition. If you are still feeling unsure, then ask yourself, what am I afraid of? And when you truly face that fear, you may realize it is not as frightening as you imagined. Let this message be a guiding thread, one that gently weaves everything together. Connect with your intuition through a heart as pure as that of a child. The inner child card has appeared as well. Try living in tune with the sensations of your body instead of overthinking with the rational mind. The deity will watch over you, blowing the wind gently in the direction you are meant to go. At the same time, don't forget to care for your body, because the balance of your body is always in harmony with the balance of your soul. Are you nourishing yourself properly? There was already a message earlier that hinted at this, perfectly aligned. Try adding vitamin C or vitamin-rich drinks to your daily routine. Your body is a powerful antenna, a finely tuned instrument that receives messages from the universe. This next part is a bit long, but I'll share it fully because it's important. If you've already begun taking your first steps forward, this card confirms that you are on the right path. This deity is not only a guide but also a guardian, one who will protect you throughout the entire journey, from the very beginning until you reach your destination.
Trust in that.
What's more, this is also a deity of sacred connections, one who brings meaningful bonds into your life and delivers divine messages from the heavens, guiding you gently toward what you truly need. It may be time for a new relationship to begin. So, how are you feeling? It seems everything is becoming increasingly clear. A new soul connection is drawing near. Perhaps you've been someone who hesitated, unable to fully let go of a past relationship out of fear or uncertainty about the unknown. But now, take heart, because the goddess of joy is here, and she will bring you someone new, someone who is more aligned with you, someone who is truly worthy. So please, let go of your worries. And now, I'd like you to try something small. After hearing all that has been shared, take a moment to visualize your ideal future. It could be an image of 3 months from now, or perhaps 1 year, 2 years ahead, as long as it's a future you truly want to live in. What kind of life do you see yourself living? Let your imagination roam free. For example, what kind of place do you live in? What does your home look like? What kind of space does your living room have? How much do you earn each month? Maybe you only work 3 days a week, yet still enjoy the stable income you desire. And you have a partner, gentle, attentive, always listening and striving to fulfill your wishes, someone who cares deeply for both your body and soul. Whatever it is you desire, go ahead and envision it. There are no limits. As long as you can imagine it, that future has already begun to take form. Now, keep that image of your ideal world in your mind. Just now, a card jumped out, the Jasmine card. How wonderful! This is such a beautiful sign. While you were thinking about your ideal future, this very card appeared. And immediately, a message came through. You will surpass even that ideal vision. Your guardian deity has spoken, saying that not only will you reach what you hope for, but you may also arrive in a world even more beautiful than you imagined. And now, to support you in creating that world, I'll draw additional energetic elements. Your current dominant chakra, your corresponding scent or plant, your lucky number and your lucky color, along with the color that is shining brightest in your energy field right now. Has anyone here ever said they wanted to become like Marilyn Monroe? I'm not sure whether it's a reference to the body, an energetic resonance, or a symbol, but her name suddenly appeared very clearly in my mind, Marilyn Monroe. Perhaps it represents allure, beauty, or a magnetism filled with freedom. So now, let's reveal it all. Your dominant chakra at this moment, the scent or plant that aligns with it, your lucky number and color, and the shade that is currently glowing most brightly in your auric field. Let's see what color is shining the most radiantly in your energy right now. And Marilyn Monroe, truthfully, she was an incredibly complex and profound figure, so I can't speak lightly about her. But at the very least, one thing is clear. She possessed a magnetic allure, a pull that left people utterly captivated, and I feel that you, too, carry that special kind of power. That energy, that unique magnetism, is a form of talent, a gift you already have within you. And perhaps it is now beginning to awaken. However, to say that you want to become like Marilyn Monroe may not be entirely accurate, because her life was filled with many ups and downs and layers of deep complexity. As a child, Marilyn endured great emotional wounds, and later, despite facing continuous hardship, she devoted herself to learning the craft of acting and worked tirelessly to become a truly skilled actress, a remarkable woman. She was incredibly intelligent, yet society confined her to the role of a sex symbol, a figure shaped by external perception. Her life, then, was a blend of contradictions, captivating charm alongside sincerity and relentless effort, a strong, determined spirit coexisting with moments of great vulnerability and fragility. Perhaps there is a part of you that resonates with that image too, a powerful magnetism, a sincere heart, and a path that has at times led you through adversity. Maybe you, too, have faced difficult experiences, yet continue to live with authenticity and a quiet strength, always striving to rise above. If that is true, then it is something deeply worthy of honor. These are the key messages that came to me, and I believe there's a reason they've surfaced at this exact moment. So now, let's take a look at which chakra you should especially focus on to help bring your beautiful future into reality. And here it is. A truly radiant card has appeared, Crown Chakra, accompanied by the energy of miracle. The image on the card shows a white lotus in full bloom. The message is strikingly clear. Your life is being called toward countless miracles, blessings beyond measure. And those miracles will always find their way to you, whenever you choose to live with gratitude in your heart. As this is the 7th chakra, located at the crown of your head, you are being encouraged to connect with it in order to expand your spiritual energy and awaken your intuition. Honestly, I can sense that your spiritual sensitivity, your ability to perceive subtle energies and connect with the unseen realms, is incredibly strong. You may be someone who is deeply intuitive, emotionally perceptive, and currently on a healing journey from past wounds. Some of those wounds may not be fully healed yet, but you are steadily moving toward the light. Next, I drew a card to see which scent or plant will bring you good fortune during this time. And here it is once again. It's the card of gratitude. Truly perfect. This card features the freesia flower, a bloom that symbolizes gratitude, happiness, and an open heart. The message written on the card says, "Gratitude is the rainbow that connects you to the universe." The fragrance of freesia has the ability to open the heart, evoke happiness, and awaken loving vibrations within you. You might want to explore perfumes, essential oils, or other scented products with freesia notes, such as fabric softeners or candles. And if possible, treat yourself to a bouquet of fresh freesias and place them in your living space. Doing so will help the flow of positive energy, creating an inspired environment that nurtures your soul. And yes, her card has appeared. How wonderful. That confirms it. The scent of freesia is your lucky fragrance, and the freesia flower is your auspicious plant. Now, let's move on to your lucky number. The card drawn is number 23, featuring the image of an adorable sunflower. Truly, the symbol of the sun has appeared. So, number 23 will be your lucky number, and the energy of this card is filled with passion, vitality, and light. Next is your lucky color. The color that just appeared is a soft, delicate shade of pink, even lighter than the usual pink, what you might call pastel pink. This gentle pastel hue will be your lucky color. Seeing this color, I was immediately reminded of the 3 wise men from the Bible, because the card notes that this scent is purified by Christ, meant to release your true power and bring enlightenment. Honestly, I feel a very strong sense that you may be engaged in spiritual work, such as healing, tarot, energy reading, or spiritual counseling. There's a profoundly tender and soulful energy surrounding you, one that reaches into the depths of others' subconscious, creating a powerful resonance and deep sense of empathy. Throughout the entire process of drawing these cards for you, I truly felt a profound sense of compassion, so deep that it almost moved me to tears. I can sense that this gentle, heartfelt energy within you is exactly what supports and elevates your spiritual gifts and intuition, making them both powerful and pure. It is an extraordinary talent. Of course, you don't have to believe everything I've said, but this is what I have sincerely felt. And now, let's take a look at the color currently shining most brightly in your energy field. It is the color purple. Not only that, but the number that appeared on the card is 33, a master number, often referred to as the number of the enlightened or even the number of the aliens in spiritual traditions. This further affirms that you carry a very strong spiritual energy. You may not even realize that you're living within a multi-layered field of connection, but in truth, you are already navigating your spiritual abilities naturally and with remarkable grace. Next, the crown chakra card has appeared once again. Let me now read the accompanying message. You are gently transcending all boundaries, all limits between dimensions. Nothing is impossible. Embrace the realm of omniscience. This card is connected with oregano, a powerful herb that carries high vibrational energy, capable of purifying the mind and guiding you beyond perceived limits, allowing you to reach a higher state of awareness. The appearance of the number 33 aligns perfectly with this message. And in your auric field, a brilliant shade of violet is now radiating with remarkable intensity. This energy appears like a shimmering gradient, capable of shifting with your emotional states and the phases of your life. For some, their aura colors remain relatively stable, but for most, they evolve in rhythm with their spiritual journey. In your case, violet is shining brightest right now, indicating a profound connection with the spiritual realm. You may have recently found yourself drawn to spiritual topics, or perhaps you've simply begun to feel a clear sense of alignment with the universe. And if that's true, know that you're not alone. What you are experiencing is a powerful and beautiful awakening. And everything about it is pointing to the fact that you are stepping into a new chapter, one filled with depth, insight, and luminous spiritual growth. And then, your reality will begin to shift, little by little, in a steadily brighter direction. This may sound sudden, but I genuinely feel compelled to share this with you. You possess a very powerful spiritual gift. For some, this is a beautiful blessing. But for others, even with strong intuition and deep spiritual sensitivity, it can be difficult to bring those insights into physical reality, to translate what they feel into tangible results in their everyday life. That's why this moment in time is so important. You may have heard of concepts like the Lion's Gate or the Wheel of Fortune, but right now, a different energetic portal is opening, known as the Bull's Gate. And under the current energetic flow, this is an incredibly potent phase to begin creating real-world change. The energy of the Bull's Gate helps bridge the spiritual and the earthly realms, the world of intuition with the material world, making the dreams you hold in your heart not just possible, but achievable. This is the perfect time for you to do things like write down your wishes, visualize your ideal life, imagine freely and joyfully, or gently ask yourself, what am I worried about? And begin to softly release the knots within. This is your chance to tell yourself, I want to be happy, right here, in this world, not in some distant, far-off dimension. And the most beautiful part is this. All of it can begin to manifest within the next 3 months, just before the next Lion's Gate opens. So make the most of this energy. Let it support you. Allow yourself to be deeply, intentionally happy. Don't hesitate to step fully into the most joyful version of yourself. Now, I'll draw one final card to send to you. And just to add, the color violet is still radiating brilliantly in your energy field. So, let's embrace it fully. For example, paint your nails in shades of purple. Wear clothing in purple tones. Accessorize with violet-colored pieces. Or, if you're feeling bold, try a soft violet tint in your hair. It would be stunning. When you bring violet into your life, the color of intuition, mystery, and spiritual depth, it opens your magnetic energy in the smoothest, most natural way. Your luck will rise with it, and you'll be gently guided toward a more positive world. Everything will begin flowing to you like a natural current when you live in alignment with the true colors of your soul. Once again, the color violet has appeared, and the message on the card reads, tears will become gemstones. How beautiful. Truly, deeply beautiful. Perhaps there's something resonant between you and Marilyn Monroe. It could be a part of your past, a certain pain, or a long-buried memory, now quietly being stirred and brought to the surface. The card you drew is number 29 from the Healing Group. Its keywords are, the past is a treasure, and the deeper message, digest emotion, move through sorrow. Here is the message from the card. The pain you've endured, the sorrows you've carried, the wounds from your past that couldn't be spoken, the regrets you've held onto without being able to change them, none of it was meaningless. Every tear you've ever cried will become a radiant gemstone, illuminating the path to your future happiness. This card wants you to know, no tear is ever wasted. No sorrow is ever in vain. Every experience will become light, something precious and sacred on your life's journey. On the back of the deck is the image of a phoenix, with the message, seek true ease and peace. And there's one more detail I noticed, a rainbow. I don't know why, but the image of a rainbow flashed vividly through my mind just now. Perhaps that's a sign meant especially for you, a brilliant bridge of color after a long, stormy rain. Next, I've drawn 2 more cards to gather additional insight. One of them is patience. The core message of this card is, slow down your attitude. The other card is clear mind. Together, these cards are gently encouraging you to shift your approach. Slow down, don't rush. Allow your mind to be cleansed and made clear. Clear mind carries a message about cultivating clarity and mental purity. Alongside it comes a call to shift your way of being, how you show up in this world. Take a slower pace. Don't hurry. Don't be impulsive. Have you recently found yourself caught in a state of tension, feeling like you urgently need to do something? As if there's this constant inner pressure saying you must act now, move faster, fix everything at once? If that's the case, then these 2 cards appear as a gentle reminder. You don't need to rush. Take things one step at a time, softly and steadily. Move slowly, with intention. There's nothing that calls for panic. In the image on the patience card, there's also an hourglass, and I believe that simply sitting with this image or meditating while visualizing it could be deeply helpful for you right now. The hourglass itself may even serve as a symbol of good fortune. If you happen to see one somewhere, take it as a positive sign. It might be a message from the divine, or from your ancestors, those gentle, protective spirits quietly watching over you. And when you see it, you can simply smile and think, I am being protected. And that alone is enough. Now, let's move to the 2 divine dragon cards. Both of them jumped out powerfully, as if they were eager to reach you right at this moment. The first card is Silver Dragon. Wishes come true. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. Your desire is going to become reality.
Truly it will.
I'm so happy for you. I felt a wave of relief the moment this card appeared. So happy, in fact, that I could almost see myself doing a clumsy little dance from pure joy. But you know what? That's perfectly okay. As long as there is joy, that's all that matters. Now, on to the next card, Celestial Dragon, expansion through freedom and abundance. A powerful message: you will grow and evolve freely, without being limited by anything. What's especially significant here is that both of these cards feature high-ranking dragons. On one side, the Silver Dragon, and on the other, the Celestial Dragon. This clearly suggests that you are receiving support from incredibly powerful and noble sources of energy. And the fact that these two cards appeared together, forming the number 4, symbolizes stability and a strong foundation. It's a divine reassurance that you are being supported by something solid, steady, and secure. There is truly nothing to fear. Because both the Silver Dragon and the Celestial Dragon have revealed themselves, I'll take the time to read the meanings of each card in detail for you. Forgive me if this part is a bit long, but I deeply feel that it's important to convey this message thoroughly. Let's begin with the Silver Dragon. The central message of this card is: the state you desire will become your reality. If the Golden Dragon possesses the ability to transform desires into concrete form, then the Silver Dragon is the one with the extraordinary power to attract the state of being you long for. For example, if you wish to maintain a warm and harmonious relationship with your partner, if you hope to receive support from those around you in your work, or if you dream of living in a peaceful, pleasant environment, the Silver Dragon will help you draw these things toward you. It doesn't require you to strain or push too hard. Instead, simply holding a clear vision of your desired state in your heart will allow that energy to radiate outward and begin drawing those realities into your life. The message from the Silver Dragon to you is this: you who have been steadily moving forward all this time, now take a moment to pause. Spend a few quiet moments reflecting on those who have helped you along your journey. In your heart, send them a word of thanks. And just as importantly, don't forget to offer love and appreciation to yourself, the one who has persevered so patiently through everything. Look back on your path with gentle eyes. When you do this, your relationships will begin to blossom. And as a result, the emotional state you've long been wishing for will naturally find its way to you. Physical care tip: take time to nurture yourself through gentle stretches, especially focusing on your upper body. Deep, mindful breathing will also be especially beneficial for you at this time. Lucky item: silver-colored jewelry. It doesn't have to be made of real silver. Simply wearing something in that color is enough. Lucky food: fresh greens and vitamin-rich foods. I remember mentioning vitamins earlier. What a lovely coincidence. Lucky space: environments with mist or fog, or you can even create a soft, misty atmosphere at home by using a gentle spray in your room. A fine layer of mist like that will help activate the supportive energies around you. Now, let's move on to the Celestial Dragon, the bearer of a message about expansive growth and freedom. The Celestial Dragon is the embodiment of fresh, youthful, and vibrant energy. This card appears to support you in expressing your abilities freely and naturally, without constraints or limitations. At the same time, the energy of this dragon also awakens sensitivity and refined perception within you, making this a particularly ideal time to begin anything you've been dreaming of or quietly preparing for. Here's the message from the Celestial Dragon. If you've been thinking about starting something new, whether it's learning a new skill, studying for certification, taking up a sport, or pursuing goals around health, beauty, or self-care, then now is the perfect moment to begin. During this phase, you're especially receptive to new knowledge and capable of transforming what you learn into real, tangible strength. So begin with a heart full of excitement and inspiration. Don't let fear or hesitation stop you from taking the first step, because the energy right now is incredibly supportive and things will unfold smoothly if you dare to leap forward. Body care tip: stretch your body, especially the central area, to help keep your energy flowing smoothly and freely. Lucky items: lightweight fabrics such as chiffon scarves, airy blouses, or anything that feels soft, flowing, and light against your skin. Lucky foods: delicate, light sweets like soufflés, meringues, or marshmallows, soft, gentle, and quick to melt in the mouth. Lucky space: the sky. Spend some time simply looking up at the sky, even if it's just from your window. As you gaze upward, you might be surprised to catch a glimpse of the Celestial Dragon forming through the clouds, like a subtle message from the divine. I get the sense that you're someone highly sensitive to signs like these. You may have already been doing this without realizing that it's one of your strongest channels for connecting with sacred energy. The celestial dragon is just gently reminding you, you can continue doing this. And most of all, trust in your own ability to sense and receive. With that, I'll close the reading for those of you who chose pile 2. If you enjoyed this message, don't forget to click like and subscribe to support the channel. Your encouragement is what inspires me to continue bringing meaningful readings your way. If anything in today's message touched your heart, please leave a comment or even a small symbol to let me know it resonated with you. I truly cherish every single response and always look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you for watching until the end. I'll see you again in the next reading. Hello to those of you who chose pile 3. Thank you for waiting. Now, I'll begin the reading for everyone who selected the 3rd pile. I hope this session brings you healing, new insights, and moments filled with love and warmth. Today, we'll be illuminating the full picture of your life over the next 3 months, covering work, finances, relationships, and upcoming opportunities for connection. Together, we'll look ahead to the 3-month mark to see what is coming your way, who might be arriving in your life, and whether you are on the right path. Let's begin. The first and most striking detail is the appearance of the ring card right at the start of your spread. This card symbolizes agreements, contracts, or commitments, and of course, it can also refer to marriage, weddings, or long-term bonds. Additionally, it relates to the image of precious jewelry, carrying meanings of value and deep appreciation. It's possible that you've recently held a wedding ceremony, or you are already married. Alternatively, you may have just signed an important contract related to your career, perhaps a job change, a new agreement with a company, or paperwork involving a new home. Events like these may have just taken place, or are about to unfold in the very near future. The core message that this card emphasizes is this: within the next 3 months, you will begin forming deeply meaningful and positive connections. These connections won't only be with people, they may also involve places, jobs, homes, or roles where you truly belong. You will be aligned with these beautiful energies. This is an incredibly positive sign, and it fills me with excitement just looking at it. The ring card also carries the meaning of harmony and wholeness. So if you've recently experienced conflict, misunderstandings, or discord with someone, it seems that these tensions will soon dissolve, perhaps even in a surprisingly graceful way. You may have argued with a family member, a friend, a colleague, or found yourself in awkward, strained situations, but soon, all of that will begin to fade. Healing will occur, and the connections will gently return, bringing peace and fulfillment. Because the ring card appears at the center and is the very first card of your spread, its message will likely manifest soon and influence the entire flow of your next 3 months. You're entering a phase in which your relationships will expand significantly. And the most beautiful part is, every connection that enters your life during this time will carry a spirit of goodwill, harmony, and a lasting sense of safety and commitment. There's something I sense very clearly here. The overall energy of this reading seems to revolve around a singular, cohesive theme. And I believe you'll begin to feel that as well. Right from the beginning of the spread, the very first few cards, especially the first 3 to 4, play a crucial role. Among them, the card that lies directly beneath the U card, which represents you, is the garden. The garden symbolizes the expansion of relationships, social connections, and opportunities to meet and interact with new people. It represents pleasant moments, joyful gatherings, and an atmosphere of harmony and ease. When this card appears right beneath the one representing you, it indicates that you are either already in or about to enter a period in which your social life will flourish. You'll be surrounded by positive, pleasant individuals and high-quality relationships. But that's not all. Right next to it appears the Clover card, one of the luckiest cards in the Lenormand deck. Clover represents unexpected opportunities, small but meaningful joys, and a gentle, natural kind of luck. Did you feel a bit torn between this pile and the previous one? Because I sense that there's a slight overlap in the themes, especially the positive energy and promising connections. Nonetheless, in this particular reading, the dominant feeling is that the next 3 months will be a time of connection, gathering, and expansion, especially when it comes to the realm of people. You may come to a meaningful realization. So this is how deeply I am loved and appreciated. You will experience unexpected moments where you can truly feel the affection from friends, colleagues, family members, and even new acquaintances. It's not just about romantic love. Friendship, kindness, and sincere care from others will all play a part in making you feel warm, welcomed, and genuinely at home. I sense that over the next 3 months, your central theme will be happiness that arises from human connection, relationships that bring peace, nourish your soul, and help you deeply realize that you are loved, valued, and truly worthy of it. Appearing further down in the spread is the Tree card. This card represents health, steady growth, and taking root, meaning a sense of bonding and establishing a lasting foundation in life. And directly beneath the tree is the card of destiny, or the crossroads, depending on the deck, carrying powerful energy around life-defining decisions and major turning points. This gives me a strong sense that for some of you, a significant shift is likely to occur in the next 3 months. For example, you may move to a new place where you will settle down for the long term. It may not be permanent, but long enough for you to call it home. You might also make a decisive commitment regarding your career path, like, this is the lifestyle I want to live, this is the work I choose to pursue, or this is where I'll grow and stay. These experiences will come in waves during the next 3 months, forming the groundwork for a much longer journey ahead. In summary, the next 3 months will be a profoundly important period for your personal growth, a phase in which you will evolve rapidly, powerfully, and with resilience, to the point that even you will be surprised by your own transformation. And naturally, such growth brings fear with it. I can sense it clearly. In your spread, the Clouds card appears, representing uncertainty, anxiety, and confusion, accompanied by the Whip card, which relates to stress and mental pressure. These cards, situated in the future position, indicate that you may feel apprehensive about the changes ahead, fearful that you may not be strong enough, afraid of the unknown, or simply overwhelmed by the thought, I don't know what's waiting for me. And I understand, perhaps you've even wondered, should I stop pursuing spirituality? Am I relying on it too much? Is my spiritual journey making me avoid reality? Indeed, engaging with the spiritual world must be grounded in real life. If we keep waiting for miracles to happen without taking action, without truly living in the present, then no matter how strong our connection may be, it won't bring us true happiness. Spirituality is not an escape, nor is it a place to hide. It is the light that guides you to live more fully in this very real world. So if, in the coming time, you find yourself feeling confused or fearful because you're growing too quickly or because everything is changing so intensely, know that it's normal and there's no need to worry that you're on the wrong path. You are on the right path. Your steps are simply becoming larger than before. When entering a spiritually sensitive phase, also known as becoming spiritually attuned, this experience can manifest differently for each person. But one common thread is a sense of unease. You might feel that the future is unclear and filled with anxiety. You can't see what lies ahead, and that uncertainty gives rise to fear. You may feel resistant to change or overwhelmed and stressed, wishing everything would just stay the same. Perhaps you've recently found yourself in such a state, enveloped in worries triggered by rapid transformation. When you realize that you've truly discovered your destined work or the path you're meant to follow, the emotion that arises is often not just joy, but also fear. You may find yourself thinking, this truly feels like the path I'm meant to follow, but do I really have what it takes? Everything is moving so fast. Am I going too far, too quickly? And it's exactly these thoughts that start to unsettle you. Questions about yourself, your personal growth, your destiny, and even your love life begin to rise to the surface. In today's spread, I also see a card that represents learning and self-discipline, reflecting that you're currently in a phase of acquiring knowledge and elevating yourself. At the same time, the Lily card appears, symbolizing maturity and wisdom. Alongside the presence of a card representing the other person, this suggests that your love life is also being drawn into this greater thread of destiny. The love depicted in this reading is not about fleeting attraction or casual affection. It carries a much deeper resonance. I truly want to build a meaningful relationship. I want a genuine connection, one built on trust, sincerity, and mutual growth. Whether you already have someone special in your life or are still on the journey to find them, the energy you're radiating now speaks clearly. This time, you're serious. You're not interested in a relationship just for the sake of it. You want something real, something where you and your partner can grow together, face challenges side by side, and build a shared foundation. And if you're currently in a relationship where both of you have developed genuine feelings for each other, this is a very supportive moment to begin building something stable and lasting. It doesn't have to be eternal, because love isn't measured by time, but it can be something sincere, grounded, and filled with maturity. That is the impression I received from the arrangement of the cards in this reading. Now, let's continue with the rest. If things move quickly, there's even a possibility that you could get engaged as early as the first or second month of this 3-month period. Sounds fast, doesn't it? But it's a real possibility. Whether it's a person, a place, an opportunity, or perfect timing, it all seems to be aligning to create the most beautiful and destined connection for you. These 3 months will be a time when all the most important connections in your life are drawn closer. Every person you meet, every place you go, and every unexpected opportunity that comes your way. Let me skip ahead and reveal the final outcome now because honestly, I can't hold it in any longer. I'm so excited to share this part. Right here, in the key outcome position, and emphasized again with incredible clarity in this area, I see something absolutely radiant. The Sun card has appeared. There's nothing more you could wish for. This is the card that represents brilliant success, complete victory, radiant light, divine blessings pouring in, and dreams coming true. Congratulations, truly and wholeheartedly. In the next 3 months, you will step into the most joyful, fulfilled, and abundant version of yourself. And honestly, happy doesn't even begin to describe it. I have to use words like supercharged happiness, explosive joy, and overflowing bliss to do it justice. It might sound a little over the top, but that's the most accurate way to describe the energy radiating from this card. The doors of opportunity will swing open continuously and powerfully. I know this reading may sound almost too dreamy, but that is exactly what the cards are showing. And your energy is fully prepared to receive it all. So whether you're aiming for love, career, or anything else, move forward. Don't be afraid. You are in an incredibly potent phase, strong enough to break through old limitations and step into a brand new destiny. Now, let me look into the group of cards that represent the unfolding of events at the end of these 3 months. There are about 3 or 4 particularly striking ones. Among them, one of the most powerful cards in the entire Lenormand deck has appeared. Many readers even consider it the ultimate card of power. And this card emerges precisely at the point of the 3rd month or right as you step into the summer season. By that time, something within you will become crystal clear, as if a deep truth suddenly lights up inside your heart. You will realize, you will know without doubt, and you will feel something incredibly powerful about yourself, about your life, or about the person you're connected to. A true awakening, a sacred turning point. And all of it is coming your way. You're only a few steps away now. Thanks to everything you'll experience during these 3 months, the way you harness your good fortune, shape your life, and choose your path will become clearer than ever before. I don't use the word destiny lightly, but truly, the path you're meant to walk, the role you're meant to fulfill, the mission you're here to carry, all of it will come into focus by the 3rd month. Around the end of the 2nd month, you may go through a period of inner questioning or hesitation. But it is precisely this phase of serious reflection that will open the door to a wave of wonderful things in the 3rd month. One of the key cards that appears here symbolizes the possibility for everything to shift in a positive direction, which means that even if things weren't going your way before, they're about to take a much better turn. Even for those of you who feel like life is going fine, your job is okay, you're in a relationship but still sense a lack of spark or that one breakthrough moment, this is the time you'll cross that threshold. A true breakthrough. Why am I so certain? Because here, I see an exceptionally powerful trio of cards. The Anchor card appears placed over one of the luckiest cards in the spread. This is a symbol of stability, firmness, and long-term commitment to a job, a location, or a life path. It also signifies taking root, meaning you'll truly feel that you belong, that you've found your place and direction. Right above the Anchor is the Stars card, representing dreams coming true, inspiration, and the light that guides your way. When these 2 cards appear together, it signals that your long-held desires are being realized in a way that's solid, grounded, and unmistakably real. And then, positioned above them both, is the Heart card. This is the card of love, joy, and emotional fulfillment. It also symbolizes kindness, deep connections, and days filled with genuine happiness and warmth in your heart. These 3 cards align in a perfect vertical line, supporting one another like a luminous axis of light and happiness. It made me want to exclaim, "Oh my goodness!" At this point, it's as if you're stepping into the role of CEO of your own life. And I'm not exaggerating, the energy here is truly stunning. This marks a turning point where your life begins to enter a phase of genuine happiness, materially, emotionally, and spiritually. A time when everything you once hoped for, everything you wished for, begins to blossom and bear fruit. There's something else particularly striking that I see clearly in this reading. You're about to cross a threshold, a boundary of comfort where you've long remained. Specifically, In the area representing your career, a card symbolizing stability has appeared. This card reflects your current work, the foundation you've been relying on. And I can clearly sense that you're now beginning to reach beyond that safe zone. It's not because you're bored. It's because you're yearning for something greater, something that aligns more deeply with your true aspirations. Something that, in the past, you might have thought, I really want to do this, but it probably isn't possible. Could it actually happen? Am I being too idealistic? And then, right in the very first month of the upcoming 3-month period, you'll undergo a powerful shift. You may find yourself asking, wait, can I really do this? Why not? Why on earth wouldn't you? You'll stop doubting yourself. Instead, you'll begin taking one step at a time. And when you look back, you'll be amazed at how far you've come, how clearly you've broken through your old limitations. And here's something absolutely amazing. The money card has appeared in an incredibly favorable position. Honestly, it's outstanding. I had to remind myself to stay calm, because your financial energy is so exceptionally strong. In the second month, there will be a clear and noticeable increase in your income. But the key point is, it won't be, because you simply waited for it to happen. The Rider card appears right next to your significator. Rider is about action, forward movement, messages, or opportunities arriving, and it always comes with positive momentum. Not only that, right beside it is a card that represents inner emotions and true feelings, showing that you need to be honest with yourself. Dare to speak your truth and, if necessary, stand up for your desires. Even if it means facing a bit of conflict, it's okay. And you know what? This entire area is surrounded by the sequence 111, a number that symbolizes new beginnings and the activation of a fresh destiny. You are being enveloped in the energy of initiation, starting what you truly want to do, living in alignment with your authentic self, and stepping forward with courage. With the Rider card positioned right next to you, it's clear. The more you take action, the more proactive you are, the more courageously you live your truth, the more your luck will skyrocket over the next 3 months. Don't wait for someone else to hand you the opportunity. You are the one creating the opportunity, and you are strong enough to make it happen. At this point, I truly feel that you are being supported by an incredibly magnificent energy. I almost have to exclaim, this is unbelievable. It feels like, hey Rider, that's right, keep going, push forward, that kind of vibe. It's as if I'm actually speaking to the Rider card itself. Because right beside Rider is the Heart card, once again affirming. The more you move forward with all your heart and faith, the more joy will multiply. And you know what? This is the very gateway leading you into a wave of good fortune, one that touches both love and abundance. Following Rider and Heart comes the Snake card, and in this reading, snake doesn't carry a negative meaning. Instead, it represents finances, wealth, and a powerful flow of material resources. And then one of my absolute favorite cards appears, the Baby. This is a magical reminder to live with natural curiosity, pure joy, and an open-hearted spirit, just like a child. Imagine a newborn baby. Every time they see something new, their eyes light up. They gasp in wonder, as if they've just discovered hidden treasure. Even when they cry, it's the cry of life, of experience, of transformation. That baby doesn't fear change. They simply marvel. Wow, this is new. I want to try it. And you're just the same. In the next 3 months, the more you live with that spirit of innocence, freedom, curiosity, and the courage to feel, to try, to devour life as it comes, the more easily change will become golden opportunity. Most importantly, you're standing on a solid foundation. Whatever changes arrive, you're rooted in steady ground, stable, secure, and unshaken. So don't fear change. You are strong enough to turn it all in your favor. And truly, you already have that gift within you. The energy pathway flowing from Rider to Heart to Baby to Snake, and through all the previous cards, has drawn a very clear axis. Take action with a sincere heart, a childlike soul, and a spirit of exploration, and the universe will reward you. You already hold everything in your hands. Now all you have to do is use it. And the truth is, you're already beginning to do exactly that, and you're starting to feel genuinely happy with your own life. Everything is flowing beautifully, and it's only going to get better. Right now, you might be charging forward with power and momentum, making breakthroughs and feeling as though you're rising higher every single day. But on the other hand, there's another possibility. You may be feeling confused, or something may be holding you back, especially when it comes to finances and self-confidence. Because the Snake card appeared in the reading, and aside from representing money, Snake can also symbolize jealousy. This suggests that you might be subconsciously afraid of provoking envy from others, or you may be unknowingly suppressing your own natural magnetism, your inborn charm, your original allure. You might have hidden that part of yourself, and by doing so, the flow of abundance may have been affected as well. That's why the most important keyword right now is return to the energy of the child card. Live with innocence, freedom, curiosity, and a willingness to explore. Let yourself be amazed by life. Don't hold anything back anymore. There's a very interesting detail. The child card appears alongside the bear card, which often symbolizes the mother or a parental figure. Here, I clearly sense a message related to your relationship with your mother or the mother archetype. If you can bring healing to this connection or shift your perspective on it, your financial energy will open up powerfully. And it's not just money. Your hidden talents will also begin to blossom. In Lenormand, the snake card also represents hidden gifts. It's not the kind of talent you proudly proclaim, but more like, this is something I love, but I've always kept it hidden because I'm afraid I'm not good enough, afraid I won't do it well, or embarrassed to show it. Maybe you've thought, I really want to do that, but I'm probably not skilled enough. I do enjoy it, but others are doing it so well, I'd rather stay away. You might even feel jealous of someone who's doing what you wish you could do, while you yourself haven't dared to try. But remember, that is your true gift, and you are being invited now to set it free. And the ideal time to do so is in the coming month. The energy here is crystal clear. You're going to do it. It might be unexpected. It might be unplanned. But it will be real. It's the kind of moment where you go, oh well, let's just do it. And then you dive in, doing what your heart truly wants, with all the spontaneous charm and overflowing inspiration that makes it so uniquely you. And it's in that very moment, that impulsive leap, that a brand new chapter begins. A chapter where you're no longer afraid of envy, no longer suppressing yourself, no longer denying your own gifts. A chapter where you dare to shine, dare to be honest, and dare to receive the rewards that are rightfully yours. And one day, you'll suddenly realize, wait, when did I even start doing this? It wasn't some meticulously crafted plan. It was more like a beautifully instinctive moment of inspiration, and from there, everything began to move. You'll start having deeply engaging conversations, feeling genuinely happy to connect with others. You might make new friends or receive warm responses on social media, sweet messages, kind comments, and from there, new relationships will begin to blossom. Then, you might find yourself thinking, what if I move somewhere new? I can't say for sure what it will be because there are so many possibilities, but they all share one thing in common: the energy of movement, initiation, and exploration. And right here, you'll arrive at a crucial turning point. You'll begin to question the unspoken rules you've long imposed upon yourself. For example, success can't come that easily. There's no way I can work just 3 days a week and make 50 million. You can't be happy and make money at the same time. You have to struggle to be worthy of it. Beliefs like these, maybe you've never said them out loud, but they've been quietly rooted in your mind. And now, within the next month, you'll have the opportunity to recognize and dismantle those limits. It might come from a seminar you attend, a book you happen to open, or a YouTube clip that plays at just the right moment. And in it, someone asks you, what are you believing in? Is that really true? If you were to let go of that belief, would you feel more at ease? Those questions will reach your mind, causing you to pause and reflect. And when you genuinely and seriously confront those limiting beliefs, you'll realize, oh, it turns out I can live far more freely than I thought. And then, the card of the beloved appears, also known as the card of admiration and prominence. You will be seen, embraced, and feel your own worth reflected through the eyes of others, but more importantly, through your own eyes. A letter has appeared. This suggests that you might receive a message from someone, or someone could express their feelings to you. It could be good news, or a piece of positive information coming your way. This card also carries the meaning that writing down your emotions will be very beneficial, so if there's something you've been wanting to say, go ahead and write it out. Moreover, this card shows up alongside others with similar energy, which gives me a strong feeling. Is there something you want to say to someone but haven't yet had the courage to speak up? Is there someone you want to grow closer to, but haven't invited them out yet? I get the sense that you still haven't asked them, have you? If that person is someone you have feelings for, I believe you can absolutely invite them out one more time. And if it doesn't work out, that's perfectly okay, because new connections, new encounters will come. Perhaps by the end of the first month, or even during that same month, love will emerge clearly. Yes, I can clearly see that love is on its way. Just don't become overly dependent on it or get swept up in the mindset that it has to be that person. As long as you stay open, everything will flow smoothly. When it comes to love, by the time you enter the second month, things will have already settled into a much more stable place. In fact, they seem to be progressing in a truly joyful direction. It may sound a bit hard to believe, but the pace of your emotional development this time is surprisingly quick. It's as if everything is flowing smoothly, moving forward with ease. So if you find yourself thinking that this person is the one and only, that's completely understandable. I get that feeling. But then again, what if that's not actually the case? Try relaxing a bit. Think to yourself, well, in just about 1 or 2 more months, my love life will be just fine. And from that calm mindset, go ahead and invite that person out and see what happens. And if the result is that they're not really interested, that's okay too. Sure, it might sting a little, that's natural, but it's not the end of the world. Everything will find its rhythm again. There might be some feelings of frustration, like that kind of ugh, seriously? Irritation. But you know what? That might be exactly why you enter a phase where you need to release stress. Something like a breakup due to stress. It may sound odd, but it's more about stepping away to relieve the pressure and then finding ways to soothe the tension that's been building up. The next phase will be the moment when you start focusing more deeply on yourself. As for romantic luck, I can see quite clearly that the timing of a significant encounter is likely to occur around 15 days from now, specifically around the 15th, 16th, or 17th. That's the general window. There's also another key moment at the end of the month, around the 30th, 31st, or roughly 1 full month from today. These are 2 distinct periods where the energy of meeting someone is approaching strongly. Especially the latter, the energy then is particularly favorable, so be sure to pay close attention during that time. Now, let's go back briefly to something mentioned earlier. One card indicates that you'll be receiving some kind of message. But it won't just stop at receiving. It's also about you being the one who needs to express or share something. This card gives me a very strong sense that this isn't just about communication, it's about genuinely opening up and expressing something from within. When you dare to speak, to share something sincere from your heart, someone will also come forward and open theirs to you. I feel that many of you may be naturally reserved, slightly introverted, and often hold back from voicing what you truly feel. Even though you might be great at talking to others, sociable, and cheerful, when it comes to your true feelings, the rawest, most genuine parts of yourself, you tend to hide them. Perhaps it's because you don't want to hurt anyone, or maybe you care more about other people's emotions than your own. But now is the time for you to speak the truth that's been quietly living in your heart. It could be related to a romantic connection. Perhaps there's someone you want to open your heart to. Or maybe it's a confession you've been keeping to yourself all along. It could also be something even more personal, a conversation with your own soul, an honest acknowledgement of something you've never dared to face. But whatever it may be, this is the moment to speak the truth of your heart. Then, the card placed opposite reveals that this is also the time to draw a clear boundary, to bring something to a firm and decisive close. If there's something within you right now that feels unsettled, something that calls for clarity or resolution, try beginning by speaking it out loud. The act of expressing your emotions outwardly, in whatever form, carries tremendous meaning at this time. It could be through writing a blog, keeping a journal, or simply saying it aloud. What matters most is that you no longer keep it all inside. And once you do that, something beautiful begins to unfold. I see the card of admiration and affection appearing just below. It indicates that you'll be cherished even more by those around you, and may even begin to shine in their eyes. It feels as though all you need to do is show up as your true self, and you will naturally attract positive attention. Perhaps you've always had a natural charm, and from what I see, you're someone who draws attention quite easily, as if you carry an effortless glow around you. And precisely because of that, some of you may have experienced jealousy or unwanted scrutiny from others, which made you hold yourself back, afraid to shine too brightly. Perhaps you've even been hurt by someone's envy before. But remember this, if you are radiant enough to stir up envy, that's also a sign of your powerful presence. And that kind of energy is incredibly beneficial for your career and finances. Don't be afraid of it. Going back a bit, I can see a card here that strongly signifies affection and recognition. There's a high chance you'll receive praise or be clearly acknowledged by someone. And even more than that, something with a romantic tone may unfold, as if someone might offer you sweet words or take an action that deeply touches your heart. A romantic moment is waiting for you. Truly, the flow of energy surrounding you right now feels very romantic. For you, this month marks a pivotal phase, like a major turning point, almost like placing a big bet. The outcome looks very positive, but what strikes me most is the pace of everything. Things appear to be moving quickly, and because of that, the key over the next month is how much of your inner limitations you can let go of. Thoughts like, I can't do it, that's not for me, I have to be this way, I can't be that way, or only if I'm beautiful will I be loved. Take a moment to notice how many limiting beliefs like these you've been carrying. Then ask yourself, how many of them can I break free from? I can clearly see it. There's a fire in your eyes, like you're ready to smash through all of it. Like, just watch me, I'll tear them all down. The more inner barriers you can release, the more powerfully your field of luck will activate. The quality of your upcoming encounters will shift significantly. Everything will begin to feel clearer, more expansive. And truly, the romantic energy surrounding you at this time is beautiful. There's an unmistakable sense of sweetness in the air. I believe that around 1 month from now, your love life will experience a lovely shift. Alongside that, your social circle will also begin to grow. You'll find yourself connecting with new people, whether as new friends or kindred companions. There's also a strong symbol of good fortune. So, about 1 month from now, which would be the 3rd week of June if you're watching this video at the time it's released, try going out a little more. Of course, if you're watching at a different time, just remember, 1 month from today marks the beginning of movement. And when you open your heart and start taking action, something deeply romantic is set to enter your life. I know you're feeling curious right now, aren't you? I'm just as eager to find out. So, I'm going to pull one more card from the Fairy Tarot deck because the energy here is truly beautiful. And it's not just about love. Every aspect of your life seems to be shifting in a positive direction.
Oh.
The Moon card has appeared. But listen, the Moon in Tarot has a very different meaning from the Moon in the Lenormand system. Wait a second. Oh my goodness, look at this. The final card in the deck is number 3. That means the Moon and the Sun have both shown up. Truly, both moonlight and sunlight are illuminating your path, and at the bottom of the deck, there's also the energy of abundance and prosperity. This clearly points to one thing: your financial energy is also thriving right now. It's truly amazing. The goddess of wealth has arrived. She's the queen of abundance in every sense. Now, let's talk about the Moon card. In some contexts, it can represent a sense of illusion, confusion, or a dreamy, solitary feeling. Sometimes even a subtle sense of anxiety. But what does it mean this time? What I'm about to say might make you feel like you're stepping into a dream, because your reality is about to become just that sweet, that honeyed, quite literally. The key here is, depending on how you've been adjusting your inner world recently, what comes next will vary from person to person. It's impossible to predict exactly, because just like drawing a card from a deck, every possibility is on the table. Each of you will receive what is aligned with your own inner work and readiness. However, the clearest message I'm receiving is this: a rapid and powerful transformation is about to take place within the next month. And it's all happening because of you, because you've chosen to move forward, to decisively claim your path. That's what triggered this energetic breakthrough. This wave of happiness will arrive so swiftly and intensely that you might find yourself wondering, wait, is this really happening? Am I dreaming? And from there, a subtle unease might arise. Not heavy anxiety, but a fleeting sense of uncertainty or a brief emptiness when emotions rise too quickly and then pause for a moment. You might even feel something like, why do I feel lonely? Even while in a relationship. For example, having officially become a couple, you may now miss each other even more deeply when apart, or feel a sense of emptiness when you can't be together every day. That feeling is deeply human and completely natural. There may also be questions like, if everything's happening this fast, will it last? Or is something strange about how good this feels? But all of that is simply the mind reacting as you transition into a brighter chapter of life. And when those emotions begin to rise, what will help you regain your balance is reconnecting with the people you love, your friends, your partner, those you hold dear. It may not necessarily be family this time. I'm not picking up strong parental energy, but rather the people you've chosen to walk alongside you in this journey. The ones who make you feel warm and grounded. They might be coworkers or perhaps people you wouldn't have expected, and yet, somehow, they end up being the ones who comfort you, who help you feel loved and cared for by the world around you. And through it all, I still sense a strong romantic undercurrent. The appearance of the Moon card in this kind of context truly carries a special energy. It feels as though you might find yourself in a place with music, like a cozy cafe or a small bar with live performances. There's a very distinct feeling of an evening date. It comes through clearly as a nighttime rendezvous. And honestly, for adults, going on a night date is just part of the natural rhythm of life, isn't it? I also sense a setting with moonlight, perhaps some kind of gentle event, something like a candlelight night or an outdoor evening gathering with soft, glowing lights. It feels like you'll be in a space like that, a space where you'll come to recognize what truly makes your heart flutter, what brings you happiness in the simplest, most genuine way. Honestly, I wanted to pull another card to get a clearer view, but I also feel that each person's situation will be unique, and if I say too much, it might take away the magic of surprise. Perhaps it's best to leave some space for you to feel and experience it all for yourself. But forgive me, I still want to draw just one more card, because the energy here is truly beautiful, soft, like you're melting into gentleness, completely enchanted, like a piece of sweet, delicate cake.
Oh,
The tree card has appeared. When this card shows up alongside such tender energy, it gives me the sense that someone will treat you with great care, with deep gentleness, the kind of love that feels like being cradled, like how one would lovingly hold a child. And I mean that in the most beautiful sense, as if someone is saying to you, it's okay, go ahead and cry, feel everything fully, you deserve to be loved. A love that is kind, nurturing, and full of compassion. And just now, I received a very important message. In this moment, the tree is also a key, a true key. It will help unlock a future even more beautiful for you. The upcoming period, especially from now until a month from now, will be something special, a sacred window in time where you can rewrite the script of your future, making it more romantic, more loving, more aligned with your heart. It all comes down to whether you allow yourself to surrender to that romantic space, whether you dare to let yourself live in that softness of emotion. That is the key to opening a more radiant chapter of your life. It's truly romantic, as if you'll be the one who makes yourself melt in sweet happiness. And what matters most isn't waiting for someone else to show up and do that for you, but rather, for you to take the initiative and create those romantic moments for yourself. I can see that some of you will quite naturally find yourselves with real date plans coming up, but of course, others won't have anything scheduled yet. After all, everyone's in a different place. So if no one has invited you anywhere yet, don't worry about that. Just act as if you are in love. Go to beautiful spots as if you were going on a date. Stroll through scenic places like you're truly being courted. What I want to say here is this. Imagine and allow the masculine side within you, the part that takes action, the logical mind, to do everything it can to care for and bring joy to your inner feminine, the part that feels, senses, and is tender and vulnerable. It becomes a meaningful spiritual play where you ask yourself, what can I do to make myself feel as loved as in a romantic movie? And during this period, particularly over the next 3 to 4 weeks, around 1 month from now, you're encouraged to do exactly that. Because the moment you begin to romanticize your own life, the energy around you will start to shift in noticeable ways. And from that shift, new connections and encounters will begin to find their way to you. I can see quite clearly that a beautiful opportunity for connection is approaching during this time. So, if possible, try to go out a little more. Be present in places that make you feel refreshed, comfortable, and alive. Now, moving on to the next part, 2 key themes are showing up: trust and wisdom. When I see these two appearing together, it feels like your inner values are undergoing a major shift. There may even be a kind of value breakdown, in the best possible sense. You'll begin to reflect on how you place your trust, in others, in yourself, and in your relationships. It seems you're entering a phase of deep renewal, a symbolic rebirth, a chance to start anew. So questions like, can I trust this person? Do I still believe in love? Can I choose more wisely from now on? These are not only valid, but perfectly timed and worthy of deep reflection. In essence, the coming period is not just a time for sweet romantic experiences, but also a profound moment to redefine trust, maturity, and the way you love, both yourself and those around you. A completely new beginning is on its way, and it might dismantle your entire old value system. It's the kind of shift that brings questions like, wait, that's actually possible. Oh wow, I never knew there was a way to do it like this. Is this the path I truly wanted all along? Unexpected, awakening questions that may suddenly arise within you. There's a strong possibility that you'll experience sudden reversals in perspective. For example, someone you once thought of as a rival might turn out to have always been on your side. Or something like, I always thought my mom didn't really like me, but it turns out she loves me deeply, more than I ever imagined. I feel this energy growing stronger starting in the second month, particularly in the latter half. The card of new beginnings has shown up, powerfully and unmistakably. And during this period, if you have the chance to travel, it would be absolutely wonderful. About 2 months from now, that stretch of time will truly be something to look forward to. It's very, very promising. I can only say it's incredibly good because everything here carries an almost indescribably positive tone. This transformation won't come solely from an event like a trip. It will also stem from the deep sense of trust you'll begin to feel from someone. Even if you don't travel with this person, you'll still experience a moment of realization. Wow, I can truly trust them. A profound understanding, a trust built on solid ground, that will become the core of your inner shift. However, after returning from the trip, you may feel a bit of pressure or emotional stress. The rebirth card appears right after the airplane symbol, hinting at movement, change, and possibly even air travel. But it's not just a physical journey. This is a spiritual one, a journey where you shed your old self and emerge completely transformed. You might even find yourself thinking, I want to live there. I want to stay in the place I just visited. Because the place you visit might be the very land that resonates with your soul's frequency, a place that connects deeply with the most pure, original essence within you. Some of you will feel this very clearly. And then, after returning, you may feel a bit tired, disheartened, entering a phase of growth, followed by emotional clouds, confusion, and inner restlessness. But all of this may lead you to a deeper question. I don't want to live here anymore. I want to go back to that place. I want to return to where my heart truly belongs. But that world, the one that stirred your soul and made you want to return, isn't something distant or unreachable. Because I see the ship card has also appeared. It's a sign that you can absolutely create that world right where you are now. Or, for some of you, if it feels aligned, you might actually decide to move. That trip could be the beginning of a major turning point, sparking a desire to relocate. Maybe not exactly to the place you just visited, but somewhere with a similar energy. I see this as a significant shift, a powerful movement in your life. That journey will be truly beautiful, truly worthwhile. And I understand that not everyone can immediately take a trip, so even if you can't go right away, simply starting to plan it is already a meaningful step. And if you can, I genuinely hope you'll take this leap. Begin planning your journey within the next month. I say this because the star card just appeared, sending a clear message. Do it because this is a beautiful moment. If you're able to take the trip in real life, that would be wonderful. But if not just yet, there are still ways to activate that energy. You can try booking a flight, or simply open a ticketing website and imagine your journey. You could also watch YouTube videos about the place you long to visit. For example, if you dream of going to Italy, then watch videos about Italy. If you're drawn to Egypt, then watch something about Egypt. Or if France calls to you, watch clips of Paris, of its charming old streets. Let yourself sink fully into the feeling, as if you're truly preparing for the trip. You don't need to physically leave where you are, but by doing these things, by planning, imagining, and connecting with the energy of a place you yearn for, something begins to move within you. And that movement is what opens the door to new opportunities, new connections, and an entirely new future. The things you wish for, they will become reality. So even if you can't go just yet, even if your dream trip isn't possible at the moment, begin with a little spiritual rehearsal. Allow yourself to live in the feeling of getting ready for it, because doing so will truly work wonders. Next comes the part related to enhancing your luck. I pulled another card to explore this, and the clover appeared. The 4-leaf clover, a symbol of good fortune. This card came through with energy from a particularly significant corner. And the message it brings is surprisingly simple. Find a way to love your work more. That's right. Do what you can to genuinely enjoy the work you're doing. Ask yourself, what would make my work more enjoyable? How can I feel more passion for it? How can I work and still feel inspired every single day? And if you're currently looking to improve your financial situation, that's a wonderful focus too. For example, how can I increase my income in a joyful way? How can I make more money while doing what I love and living the lifestyle I dream of? Try asking yourself those questions and start exploring new possibilities. In truth, simply beginning to think seriously about these things is already a powerful step toward attracting good luck. Because the moment you shift your awareness toward a brighter future, your energy begins to move in a positive direction. And one more thing. Trust is an incredibly important element during this period. Trusting others, trusting yourself, and trusting the process you're going through. Believing that everything you're doing is guiding you toward a better place. There's also a very sweet little detail I want to share. I was suddenly drawn to a tiny image on one of the cards. It looked like a tiny mouse. When you begin to open your heart, even the smallest things, full of meaning, will naturally begin to appear. And they'll become beautiful signs of what's coming your way. I can feel that something special is approaching. Perhaps this is a message from your mother? Or maybe not necessarily your mother, but rather a message carried by the Bear card, which seems to be trying to say something. You can receive it in whatever way feels right to you, as a quiet whisper from a mother figure watching over you, or simply as a warm, comforting message from the card itself. Wherever it comes from, the message I'm receiving is very clear. This girl is actually very shy. That's what the energy is telling me right now, that within you is a deeply sensitive, easily hurt part of yourself. And if hearing that makes you think, yeah, my mom used to say things like that, then it's quite possible she really is reaching out to you now. She's caring for you, in the most gentle, silent way. And if you don't feel a connection to your mother, you can still receive this message as a whisper from the Bear card itself, a symbol of protection, of warm and powerful love. This card is gently reminding you, love the tender part within you. The part you often hide away, the one you try to ignore, but in truth, it's the part that needs your embrace the most. You might call it shyness, hesitation, or even the tiny mouse inside your soul. Whatever name you give it, just hold it close and softly say, it's okay. I see you. I'm here for you. Pay more attention to yourself. Don't overlook those quiet feelings. Don't brush them aside or try to be strong when deep down you're trembling. This message carries a very warm, tender energy, like a soft blanket in winter. A healing energy is flowing through. And when you do this, when you truly tend to that vulnerable part of yourself, your luck will begin to shift. Because this card lies right beside the symbol of good fortune, which means that this act of self-love will unlock the doors of destiny and begin to illuminate your path forward. What I just shared, that's right, it's a sign that your luck is beginning to open up. And now I've drawn another clover card to look deeper into how to directly elevate that luck. The feeling is unmistakable. This is it, the energy is rising. A wave of magical synchronicities is about to begin. The more coincidences you notice, the more certain you can be that your luck is truly on the rise. To help your fortune soar, there's one thing you must pay special attention to. Honor your true emotions. Allow yourself to speak what you genuinely feel inside. Don't hide it, don't ignore it, and don't pretend to be okay when you're not. More importantly, put yourself first. Ask, what do I think about this? What do I truly want? How do I really feel? Prioritize your inner voice, even if others might say it's selfish or unrealistic. Let them think what they will, as long as you are being true to yourself. And if you can, take action for that voice. Let yourself not only be heard, but also live fully in alignment with what your heart desires. Acting on that truth is the very step that creates miracles. There's also another fascinating piece of advice related to the mind. Learn how to enjoy stress. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. If you're someone with an artistic spirit, then your sensitivity, your tension, even your anxiety or sadness might actually be a powerful source of inspiration. These emotions, when embraced and transformed in the right way, become strength. They allow you to connect more deeply with others, to create things that are kind and meaningful. They help you grow, to learn, and to turn your insecurities into reasons to move forward. Honestly, I tend to lean toward the negative side myself, so I understand this very well. It's precisely because I've known fear, sadness, and pain that I've wanted to learn more, to get better, to grow, to rise. It's like, if I'm going to be negative anyway, at least let it be a classy kind of negativity, one with depth, one with motivation. It may sound funny, but I truly mean it. No one in this world is 100% positive all the time. And you don't need to be that kind of person either. What matters isn't being constantly upbeat. It's knowing how to love and work with the imperfect parts of yourself, and then turning those parts into your greatest source of strength for the road ahead. In truth, negative thinking is a completely natural part of being human. It's how the brain is wired to ensure survival, so those who tend to think negatively aren't doing anything wrong. In fact, most people operate this way. But you, specifically, are different. You're the kind of person who experiences negativity with momentum, a form of negativity that carries fighting spirit. It's not the kind that leads to despair or helplessness, but rather the kind that burns with determination to turn things around no matter what. I hope you don't misunderstand this. When I say you have a powerful kind of negativity, I don't mean that you're deeply negative. I mean you carry a spirit that says, if I'm going to be negative, I'm going to turn it into fuel, into something meaningful. You are someone who lives with intensity, Always holding in your heart of fierce will to turn hardship into opportunity, to take the very things that trouble you and transform them into change. Because you understand the shadow, you also have the power to face it, to prepare for it, to take the lead in those situations. In other words, you're someone who can use your awareness of darkness as a foundation for growth. And that, truly, is a powerful and admirable gift. As I just shared, human beings are naturally inclined toward negativity. It's part of the brain's built-in defense system, designed to help us survive across generations. So there's no need to force yourself to be constantly positive. What truly matters is that you carry within you the energy of someone who doesn't go down easily, someone who may fall 7 times but will rise 8. You possess a spirit that refuses to give up, a mindset that says, even if life knocks me down, I won't kneel. I'll find a way to bend things in my own direction. And that is incredibly powerful because it not only helps you overcome obstacles, but also transforms them into integral parts of your success story, using the very wounds you've endured to light the path forward. And there's something else. I strongly sense that you have a special connection to the energy of the moon. So I've pulled a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle to see what rhythm the moon is whispering to you, because it truly feels like you're in sync with its cycle. The card that appeared is Waxing Gibbous 3, the phase when the moon is nearing fullness. And the theme of this card is will. The message is crystal clear. You possess a powerful will. That willpower is your greatest key right now, the force that will allow you to redraw the landscape of your life. Determination leads to action. And what makes someone truly successful isn't just talent, it's passion and will. You are the one who decides your life, no one else. And you're also the one who has the right to choose the path you want to walk. You are fully capable of achieving what you desire. You possess free will, which means you have the power to choose and to act on those choices. But remember, that power is meant to be directed inward, toward your own soul, not used to interfere with the desires or choices of others. And the affirmation for you in this moment is, I can do it. I have the right to choose. And I honor my own will. Let that belief guide your next steps forward. Your affirmation this time is, I have the will to make the changes I need. This is not a tentative shall we? It's a firm, clear declaration. I am ready to change. You can write this affirmation down in your journal and turn it into a small daily mantra, because this is an incredibly powerful form of affirmation. And you know, in the world of mysticism, a true practitioner of magic will never interfere with another person's free will. They won't use spells to manipulate someone's actions or emotions to serve their own desires. Instead, when they seek to achieve something, they focus their will inward, channeling all of their energy and intention into what they truly want, and use magic to enchant themselves. For example, if you're hoping to reunite with an ex, you wouldn't cast a spell to make that person fall in love with you again, because that would go against their free will. Instead, you would enchant yourself to become the most worthy, magnetic version of who you are, the ideal partner for the kind of love you desire. And if your ex truly is the right person for you, they'll naturally find their way back. If not, someone better and more aligned will enter your life. In either case, you are the one who wins. Recently, you may have found yourself thinking about doing something to win back the person you care about, or perhaps you've asked yourself, how can I change their feelings for me? Even if it was just a fleeting thought, it's perfectly human and completely understandable because it's love after all. But today, the cards have a message for you. Use the power of your will to enchant yourself. No matter who that person is, you deserve to be loved and cherished by someone who is truly right for you.
Trust in that.
Affirm it clearly within yourself. I am magnetic. I am worthy of being loved sincerely. Let your willpower lead the way, not to control another person, but to take ownership of your own destiny. In short, the power of will is the central theme this time, immensely strong. Especially within the next 3 months, particularly for those of you watching this reading in real time, this upcoming 3-month period will coincide with summer blooming brightly under the sun. I also noticed that card number 3 appeared at the bottom of the deck, as if to emphasize this message even more clearly. And you know what? Everything you've ever thought, experienced, or done, it's all been gently guiding you to exactly where you're meant to be. The card says, so that's what it was. Everything had a reason. Everything led you here. That is the moment you touch the answer. Not an answer of right or wrong in a logical sense, but a deep, inner knowing. This is where I belong. And you will come to feel that very clearly about 3 months from now. So for now, let yourself explore freely. Keep moving forward. Even if you don't yet know where everything is leading, you're encouraged to give it your all. Just try, just choose, just go, because something greater is guiding the way. And because your outcome is associated with the number 3, a number symbolizing blessings, connection, and fruition, you can fully trust that you are being supported by something far larger than yourself. I know this message carries profound meaning because the appearance of the number 3 at this time is an incredibly special sign. And then I saw the Crossroads card appear as well. It might make you feel a bit anxious, but there's no need to fear. This card doesn't carry a negative meaning. It simply tells you that in the 3rd month, a very important decision will arise. And it won't be just a random situation. It will be the universe placing you at a pivotal intersection and asking, what do you want? How do you truly want to live? This is the moment you are being given the power to choose what you wish to manifest. The universe won't force you, but it will earnestly ask you, make your choice, because I will make it real. A major opportunity, a truly significant one, is waiting for you in the 3rd month. Prepare yourself with all the willpower, faith, and honesty you can summon within. Because the moment of destiny will arrive, and you'll know it's the moment where everything begins to connect. What's coming could be a brand new opportunity, or something you've genuinely longed to do, perhaps a field you want to study, or a skill you wish to develop. It might also relate to your career because I see a card connected to work showing up here. You might change jobs, or shift into an area you're truly passionate about. It's also possible that you'll speak directly with a supervisor, clearly expressing, I want to work in this department. And the beautiful thing is, those choices, those actions, will lead you toward a truly rewarding outcome. So the message from the cards here is this: trust yourself, believe in what your heart is telling you, and choose courageously. Everything is aligning to help you create a positive turning point, so believe in that inner voice. Now, at this point, I'd like you to do something small, but something with tremendous power. Based on everything you've just heard, or even without needing any reason at all, can you take a moment to think about your own ideal world? No pressure, just gently close your eyes and visualize for a bit. What does the world you truly want to live in look like? For example, maybe you imagine yourself living with the one you love, sharing a sweet, cozy life together in a warm, charming home. Or perhaps you see yourself with a new job, close to home, with an easy commute, no traffic stress, great pay, and kind, lovely coworkers, where every workday feels joyful and light. Or maybe you picture yourself doing what you love, waking up each morning feeling excited and inspired, and your finances are comfortably abundant. Allow yourself to envision it, clearly, vividly, as if you're already inside that world. See yourself living your ideal life, because you absolutely deserve it. And because that is the very first step for the universe to begin guiding you there. Truly, give yourself permission to dream of the most ideal world possible, not worrying about whether it will come true in 3 months or not, but simply letting it be the kind of vision that makes you smile without realizing it. That is your world. So now, I invite you to close your eyes and imagine. I will tune into the energy of that vision you've just created, a version of you living in a beautiful, gentle, and vibrantly alive frequency. And from there, I will draw specific messages to help guide you closer to that world. The chakra you should focus on, the type of plant or scent that can support you, your lucky number, your lucky color, and the hue that is currently shining the brightest in your aura. Now, I want you to imagine in vivid detail. In your ideal world, how are you living? What time do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? What about lunch and dinner? What do you do during the day? What is your job? How does that work make you feel? What kind of home do you live in? What does your room look like? What kind of bed do you sleep on? What's it made of? And how does it feel when you lie down? Who is living with you, your family, your partner, your friends, or are you peacefully living alone? Let those images arise naturally. There's no need to force them. Just allow yourself to feel it all with your heart. A card has just appeared. It is card number 13, Transformation. This is the card of profound change. It reveals that you are standing at the threshold of a metamorphosis, and in order to step into the ideal world you've just envisioned, you must first undergo a transformation. Not one that is forced, but a natural unfolding that rises from within. An old part of you is beginning to fall away, making space for new light to enter. And the universe is whispering, it is time. I will continue drawing specific messages for you shortly. For now, hold the image of your ideal world in your heart, because you are about to be guided toward it. First, the chakra you are being called to focus on in order to align with this envisioned world is the root chakra, chakra number 1. This chakra is connected to safety, stability, the feeling of being supported, and your grounding in reality. In other words, to manifest your dream, you must begin with your foundation. Practice grounding regularly. Reconnect with Mother Earth. You can explore simple grounding techniques like walking barefoot on grass, meditating under a tree, or simply tuning into your breath and physical sensations while sitting in stillness. There are many ways to ground yourself, and you are free to choose the one that resonates best with you. The scent that will support you on this journey is rosemary. Rosemary helps purify stagnant energy, revitalizes your vitality, and, most importantly, awakens the leadership within you. This is perfectly aligned with the root chakra because you are being called to become the guiding force of your own life. Consider using rosemary essential oil or drinking rosemary tea to support this process. Next, the plant that will powerfully assist you on your path toward the ideal world is geranium, a symbol of femininity, healing, and hormonal balance. Beautifully, this card is also associated with the sacral chakra, chakra number 2, the center of creative energy, emotions, and the capacity to receive joy. Geranium will help soothe your mood, stabilize your emotions, regulate your hormones, and expand your feminine energy, something deeply essential if you wish to live in a world that is tender, loving, and rich in emotional depth. The message written on the card reads, "Light and shadow, both are precious parts of who you are. A reality far more beautiful than you've ever imagined is drawing near. Embrace yourself fully." Truly, I find this incredibly beautiful. The root and sacral chakras, your foundation and your emotions, are both speaking in harmony. And when you nurture and activate these two energy centers, everything you've been dreaming of will begin to take root and blossom in your reality. You don't need to become someone else. You only need to come home to yourself and move forward, step by step, with the unwavering belief that your dream is real, and you're closer to it than ever before. As for scent, I'm sensing geranium. Geranium is also widely used in essential oils, so if you already use a diffuser or have essential oils at home, add some geranium and breathe it in deeply. Inhale slowly, inhale generously, because this is a wonderful fragrance for awakening your feminine energy throughout the next 3 months. Geranium is a deeply supportive scent for the unfolding of your divine femininity. Next, I've drawn a lucky number for you, number 25. The number 25 appears alongside a card of magnetism and attraction. How perfect! And the fragrance associated with the number 25 this time is jasmine, a symbol of allure and enchantment. So, 25 is your lucky number. Now, let's reveal your lucky color. This time, the color feels very much in harmony with the earlier scent. It's a shade of purple tinged with soft blue. Specifically, blue-violet, a beautifully refined hue. This will be your lucky color. This blue-violet hue helps you stay calm and grounded while also carrying a beautiful spiritual and mental energy. It brings a sense of softness and mystery, as if it's gently wrapping you in a serene, peaceful atmosphere. Now, let's draw the key card. If you're seeking a true transformation, a meaningful, positive change in your life, then consider turning to lemon. Lemon water, lemon essential oil, or even just the scent of lemon can support you. You can drink it, smell it, or eat it fresh. Any form will work. Let lemon assist you as you open a new chapter or step through a new doorway in your life. Next is the color of your aura, the shade of energy currently shining the brightest around you. A person's aura is never just one color. It's made of many layers, each holding its own unique hue. And right now, the most radiant color in your aura is purple. Wait, that seems to match the lucky color we just drew earlier, doesn't it? Either way, the card drawn is number 22, a deeply powerful and sacred master number. Truly magnificent. Moreover, on this card appears the image of a violet flower, a deep, muted shade of purple that carries a quiet magnetism. The card also carries the energy of romantic love, which suggests that over the next 3 months, you'll experience a time of emotional fulfillment and wholeness. Whether it's a love you're already nurturing or a new connection about to arrive, your emotional world is about to be beautifully nourished. So, when choosing your outfits, makeup, nail colors, or accessories, consider giving purple a little spotlight. Even just a subtle touch of purple can help you radiate charm and amplify your personal energy. Especially shades of purple with a soft blue undertone, like violet, will be especially supportive in attracting luck, love, and meaningful attention from others. And because this is the card of good luck, I'll read its message for you now. The message says, the goddess of fortune is smiling upon you. How wonderful! What is it that your heart most desires? Reach out and seize this opportunity. Isn't that just beautiful? This is truly a card of luck, and its energy comes through loud and clear, bold, joyful, and unmistakable. So don't hesitate. Embrace purple in your life a little more in the days ahead. And now, to close this reading, I will draw one final message card just for you. Oh, I can hardly believe it. The card that appeared is the cover card of the entire deck. This is absolutely incredible. And that's not all. The numbers came out in perfect sequence. 20, 21, 22, one after another. A flowing, consecutive sequence. This means you're entering a time where everything is going to align beautifully, effortlessly. Truly, this is a golden moment, a season of great opportunities. So please, enjoy it deeply, fully, with all your heart. I'm honestly so thrilled for you right now. Now, let me read the message from card number 21 for you. This is the card that carries the message. Return and ask yourself the deeper questions. The card says, in Shinto shrines, in sacred spaces such as the main sanctuary, around sacred stones, or on home altars, you'll often see papers and cords hanging. These represent a boundary, a line between the visible and invisible worlds, between the ordinary and the sacred. They serve as a marker, a gentle reminder. From this point onward, you are stepping into the realm of the divine, a sacred and special space. The message from the deity Shurta says, are you so caught up in the rhythm of daily life that you no longer have space to breathe? Are you pushing forward constantly, without pausing to feel? It's beautiful to have the desire to grow, but if you become trapped in that very ambition, you may lose sight of the difference between the goal and the path. So take a moment to stop. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? What is my true purpose? What is the most important thing for me right now? Asking yourself questions like these, instead of moving through life on autopilot, will help you realign with your original intentions. And once that clarity returns, the path ahead will also begin to reveal itself, becoming easier to walk and more defined with each step. As for physical self-care during this time, you're being advised to focus on the shoulders and collarbones. Specifically, try stretching the shoulder blades and gently massaging the collarbone area. This will improve the flow of energy throughout your body and support both your emotional and physical well-being. Next is your lucky item during this phase, sharp-edged tools like scissors, knives, box cutters, or letter openers. Objects with a clean, sharp edge resonate well with your current energy, helping you cut away what no longer serves you and clearing the way for newfound clarity. Your lucky food is blueberries. Be sure to eat some. Not only are they great for your physical health, but they also enhance your intuition, calm the mind, and help clarify whatever thoughts you've been turning over in your head. The place that brings you the most luck right now is a shrine or temple. So, I'll now draw a card from the Oracle of the Gods to see which deity is calling to you at this time, and if the opportunity arises, which sacred site you might want to visit. And a card has just flown out. Let me read the message for you. Asterisk, be brave and leap from the cliff toward the vast ocean ahead. There, the mother, the symbol of the sun and the sea, will gently embrace you. Rest assured, with courage and trust, you will awaken to your truest self. We, the divine beings, will help you be reborn. Reclaim the primal purity of your soul. Asterisk. The theme of this card is, recognize what belongs to the visible world and place your faith in what cannot be seen. When you take action, direct your energy inward, for that is how you connect with your most authentic nature. This card carries a clear message of rebirth, purification, and returning to your purest essence. This is the perfect moment to cleanse yourself, let go of the old, and begin a new journey with deeper trust and inner strength. The deity in this card represents the life-giving force that flows throughout the universe, the generative energy of creation, from which all things are born and allowed to flourish. This divine being is genderless, existing alongside the primordial gods without any fixed form, a sovereign and neutral deity, unrestricted by concepts of male or female. They embody both yin and yang, the seen and the unseen, the union of heaven and earth, all coexisting in a single source that is still, yet brimming with life. And now, it is time for you to step out of the box built from the fears and assumptions that have held you captive for so long. The card says, you are about to be born again, as a pure child with an untainted heart. Try to recall a childhood memory, perhaps the first time you bought a sweet treat just for yourself and took that very first bite. What did it feel like? Or when you were lost in play, building sandcastles or dreaming up your own little world. Do you remember that feeling? In those moments, you were wholly and unmistakably yourself, the most pure and authentic version of you. And now, it's time to remember that. To feel that again. Let yourself experience your own emotions, clearly, gently, without the noise of how others might see you. The message of this card is, imagining how others perceive you holds no real meaning. What truly matters is whether you are living in alignment with your essence. When you rediscover your true nature, that's also when you begin to understand the universe, because within you lies a piece of that vast cosmic truth. Just like you can smell the invisible fragrance emanating from a visible flower, you too can sense the energy within yourself, even if your eyes cannot see it. And this is a powerful time to begin learning something new or to explore a field you've never touched before. Those who draw this card are standing at the doorway of a new phase, where the more you act, the more you move forward, the more brilliantly you will shine. This is the moment to take a leap. Be brave and take the step. Yes, exactly. This is the very energy the cards have been pointing to all along. The more you act, the more you move, the better everything flows. The messages so far have been crystal clear. So over the next 3 months, if possible, try to stay physically active. Move in ways that bring you joy and comfort. The destination is already set. Now it's time to savor every step of your journey. And just now, I received a very vivid message from the cards, one that speaks of wonders coming your way. Miraculous things, like glimmering illusions, are approaching. So please, look forward to them with an open heart. Your reading is filled with the energy of illusion, not in the sense of fantasy or delusion, but the kind of magic so beautiful, so surreal, that you can't help but whisper, "Oh my gosh, it feels like a dream." But it's real. The unimaginable is about to become reality. And you will come to understand that living in a world where miracles are natural is not a distant dream. That brings us to the close of this reading for those who chose pile 3. If anything I've shared has given you insight or simply brought a moment of joy, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like to support the channel. Thank you so much for staying with me until the very end. Wishing you a peaceful and lucky day. See you again in the next reading.